5-year price guarantee, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most. That finds and fixes any issue before you even notice them. It's like super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats. You get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices and no battling for bandwidth. For the next 5 years, your devices will be working in perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, no strings. So even though your kids will grow up, your internet is going to stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. Plus, get online in minutes with the same-day Wi-Fi. All with Exfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price, unlock the possibilities. Exfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
You know what it takes to win. The preparation, the game plan, the refusal to quit when things get hard. You bring that same mentality to your business every single day. But even the best teams need fans in the seats. At Denver Sports, we put your business in front of Denver's most passionate, loyal audience, on air, online, and on the big screen. You've got the drive, we've got the reach. Visit us online at DenverSports.com. Let's build your roster.
As a social influencer, my days can be busy. 4 a.m., I hit the gym. 4:32, protein smoothie. 5:08, save time and money bundling my home and auto insurance with Progressive. Wait, if I bundle and save time, what would I do then? Just sit here and reflect? Like, why am I qualified to influence anyone? And how those weights are hollow? And half of my followers are bots.
You could save time and money bundling your home and auto when you switch to Progressive. It's one less thing to worry about during your already busy day. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-967-7711. That's 800-967-7711.
True Green. Stop doing it yourself and get a golf course quality lawn the easy way from the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Sign up today at truegreen.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver.
You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Wednesday night on ESPN Denver 1600. CSU basketball faces St. Joseph starting at 8:30.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Conspiracy theories.
Well, in this case, AI got it wrong.
Yeah.
So, hey, maybe Skynet's not taking over anytime soon.
Firm beliefs.
I'm very easily swayed. If you keep talking, I might be at 70 here in about 30 seconds.
And a few sucker punches.
It was the complete motivator for me, the failure thing.
Mark, when does that stop? Not letting your teammates down after you finish playing? Because it seems like it. You let us down a lot.
Oh, man. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good to be back after taking a couple of days off. First of all, how you doing, Mark Schlereth?
Michael, I'm good. It's great to have you back.
Brandon Stokley,
we missed you.
Off today.
Clearly, I am the Iron Man of the show.
Yes.
Clearly.
Of late.
And I'm exhausted.
Are you?
I'm just exhausted. Just carrying the show. I'm exhausted from that. I'm exhausted from being up late watching the Avs. Lord have mercy. Good thing we got Naz back, but we don't have anybody who can stop a puck. I mean, for crying out loud. That was a debacle. I was so excited, too, because Pittsburgh is, it's the Penguins. Like, they're like a national treasure. They are. They're like one of the big, they're
big
one of the
team,
big national
even
kind
without
of team.
even without Sid the kid,
He was up in the box looking. That guy's a handsome dude.
A lot of Penguin fans there. They come out in force. So yeah. But yeah, well, let's jump right into that, shall we? Let's get right into it. They lose last night at home, and Scott Wedgwood, the goalie that got pulled this time. How much was it his fault? Jared Bednar says not at all.
Defended hard, but the goals and chances that were given up are just blatant. Guys getting beat, guys getting out-competed. just not digging in enough, and we're giving up easy chances. And they're like, that start is not on Wedgie at all. Like, what's he going to do? Like, some of the chances that we're giving up are guys all alone at the net front, kind of the same as Edmonton. We just talked about it, right? So,
yeah, it was bad, and you had guys getting beat. Josh Manson got beat on a goal. You had Gavin Brindley with a poor back checking effort. Devon Taves got beat at the front of the net for a rebound goal. So there's a lot of issues they got to clean up defensively. You can't put it all on the goalie. Yeah, at some point, Stink, you say, hey, we need the goalie to really bail us out. But you can only expect that so often before you have to start looking at the root of the problem.
Pittsburgh scored 2 goals on 3 shots. They had 3 shots, 2 goals in the first period. Well, I mean, they had more than that in the first period, but you know what I'm saying, the first 2 goals. And, I mean, they had the backhand by, what's the guy's name?
Malkin.
Yeah, Malkin, which was a dirty goal. I mean, he was nasty. But, and he gets the other one right on the doorstep. There's not a whole lot you can do on that. But the bottom line is, I think on that first goal, they had control of the puck in Pittsburgh zone. They were behind the net with control of the puck, and the next thing you know, you got an odd man. You got an odd man rush. You know what I mean? It just is. I don't know. I was so excited to watch it, and I mean, it was so drunk in the first period, and then it was so out of hand. I finally turned it off, but I'm exhausted, Mike, because then I go upstairs, and my wife has gotten into this Lincoln Lawyer Netflix show. Have you watched that?
You know, We watched like the first first 2 episodes. It didn't grab me right away. Do we need to stick with it?
Well, I've been bouncing in and out and just kind of catching up. But I was up till 11 last night watching this Lincoln Lawyer. And the thing
That's
about
impossible. You can't stay up till 11.
I know, and the thing about Netflix, and they get you. This is where they get you. You watch it. They kind of leave it on a cliffhanger, and then the little thing in the corner goes, next episode.
Yes.
And it starts loading the next episode. And you're like,
one more.
I kept going, one more, and then it's 11 o'clock. I said, turn this stuff off. But boy, I like the lead actor, and I don't know what his name is, but I like him. And I like it. There's 4 or 5 plots going in on one episode, and I'm dug in, man, like an Alabama tick. I'm dug in.
One more thought from the Avalanche game. Nathan McKinnon says, don't push the panic button. We got a lot of new guys. We're working into the lineup. We're missing some guys like Gabe and Lehkonen and Colton. We'll be okay.
We've just been making so many mistakes. We got a lot of new guys and a lot of old guys out, so it's tough. 7D, I don't like 7D. I think different D pairs every shift is not great. Different forward lines a lot of the time with 11, so the flow's off for sure. A lot of new faces, and 11 and 7 isn't what we do.
All right, so Nathan McKinnon usually is a straight shooter. Okay, so he doesn't sound like he's banging the drums of panic here. It's, hey, we got a lot of new guys. We got some guys out. Once we get everybody back,
right,
start forming some continuity, we'll be okay.
Okay, well,
you buy that?
I don't think that's getting everybody back. I mean, obviously the odd man rushes. Hopefully it'll fix that, but I still don't have a lot of faith in our goaltenders, Mike. I don't have a lot of faith, and Wedgie was the guy that I thought was playing better, and I still think he's probably playing better than Blackwood, but still, I just don't have a lot of faith. And now your Dallas Stars are
Dallas Stars.
Your Dallas Stars. Remember when you came out like 2 months ago and were like, "It's a wrap, it's over. The Avs are going to be the best team. They're going to have the best record. They're winning the Central and da-da-da-da-da."
Hello, Jinx.
Remember when you said that? What are they, 3 points behind or something?
They're 3 points
Jinxie,
up on Dallas with a game in hand. Big one tomorrow. Although,
a bird in the bush?
Thanks for some help, Utah. Utah beat Dallas last night. Maybe both teams Maybe both teams got caught looking ahead to tomorrow night. Because they both lost. Both lost at home. So, the Nuggets back home again tonight to play Philly. No Joel Embiid.
There's a shocker.
What's that now? 7 straight years.
I think Richie had this yesterday. I don't think Embiid has played in Denver since 2019.
That sounds, 7 years, yeah. Now, this one, I guess I'll kind of give him a pass because he has been out for a month. And do you think if he was, close to returning, you'd make your first game back against Jokic here?
No, absolutely not.
So
what's he been out with? Has he got a hang now? Been out for a month. I mean, it's got to be something serious like that. Hurt feelings?
Hurt feelings.
Yeah, and they don't, as we all know, they don't make ice bags for hurt feelings.
No.
I mean, you cannot recover quickly.
The oblique, the dreaded oblique.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't care how much ice and stem you get on those hurt feelings. They're just not going to recover very fast.
Nope, not at all.
That guy is soft as whale poop.
Man, you are right. Well, while I was away, apparently, I didn't miss any Broncos free agent news. Kept checking my phone.
No.
Are my notifications on? What's the feeling now? I'm kind of curious while I was away. What's the feeling now about the Broncos' lack of engagement? That's next.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
This is a busy time on the sports calendar with so much happening. It's also a busy time to remember, it's tax season. That day is coming up very, very soon. And if you are dealing with tax problems and you think you could be in trouble with the IRS, or you're in trouble with the IRS getting those warning letters, get Advanced Tax Solutions on your side immediately. Todd Whalen, the founder of Advanced Tax Solutions, and he is the dude. More than 30 years of experience. He's a CPA, an enrolled agent, a tax resolution specialist. He's certified to fight the IRS in tax court, where he is undefeated. Todd and his team is who you want on your side if you're facing tax levies, tax debt, back taxes, or any other type of tax problem. People can fall behind on their taxes. It happens. Key is to get back into the system. Even if things are tough right now, according to Todd, it might be the best time to get an IRS most favorable resolution. Get that deal done when you're actually at your financial worst. Advanced Tax Solutions has a long list of clients that they have saved thousands of dollars in untold headaches. So call 303-753-6040 and at advancedtaxsolutions.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
If you're in love, you need to head to Williams Jewelers, where Bridal Fest continues.
Come shop all our top bridal designers, including Gabriel & Company, A. Jaffe, and Takori. Over 2,000 of the latest engagement ring styles and wedding bands from Christian Bauer.
Along with our best, direct from the cutter, diamond prices of this season.
Listen to this. 3/4 carat diamonds from just $26.95.
Gorgeous 1 carats from just $39.95.
And natural 2 carat diamonds from an amazing $13,995.
Guys, during Bridal Fest, qualified buyers can get 1 year, 12-month financing, interest-free.
Plus, when you spend $5,000 or more during Bridal Fest, you'll receive a Yeti cooler as our gift.
So join us for Williams Jewelers Bridal Fest, March 17th through Saturday, March 21st at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche. It's time to upgrade your arsenal with the Shields Field and Range Sale Event. Save on your favorite brands in ammo, firearms, optics, and more. You'll have to hurry, though. This sale only runs through March 22nd. Plus, with your Shields Visa, you'll earn an extra 10 points for every dollar spent on Vortex products at Shields, which means you'll earn even more My Rewards gift cards. Visit Shields or shields.com and save now through March 22nd.
When you want a new car, you want it now. That's why AutoNation moves at the speed of savings. Right now, put your tax refund to work at AutoNation. Even drive with 0 down plus 0 payments till June. No speed bumps, no detours, just great prices on new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Save on thousands of vehicles with 0 down plus 0 payments till June. Act fast, save now at your nearest AutoNation store. 60-month max term financing on approved credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details. Expires 3/31/26.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply STOP to opt out.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn competitive pay for the ride you complete, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 15 years old, a clean driving record, and caregiving experience with children, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text CAR to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text CAR to 323232 right now. Text CAR to 323232 and start earning boosted rates per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's CAR to 323232. Text CAR to 323232 now.
Everything is getting more expensive. Gas, groceries, and especially rent, which can go up every single year. But as a homeowner, you have a secret weapon. While the world gets pricier, a fixed-rate mortgage stays exactly the same. That stability isn't just peace of mind, it's your family's financial foundation. American Financing understands home ownership creates wealth. Every monthly payment builds equity and stacks your net worth on autopilot. It's how the middle class actually wins the long game. Your home is a flexible asset. You can live in it, rent it out for passive income, or pass it down to your children. Renting gives you none of that. American Financing salary-based mortgage consultants can help you get pre-qualified with no upfront fees. Call American Financing today and get a pre-qualification letter in 24 hours or less. Call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at AmericanFinancing.net. Secure your rate, build your wealth, and get the cash you need. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in a really right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Stokley and Evans with a Sting, powered by Able Builders. I'm back. Stoke's still off. Mark here, grinding. The new Iron Man of this show, 4 hours a day.
I know.
Ripken-esque.
It's been amazing. I mean, I've been incredible. And you guys, Stoke, like sniffles and sick, and the NyQuil incident where you didn't get. Do you still have that NyQuil, or did you give it to Stoke to take home with?
No, I still have it in my bag right now.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Dayquil.
Dayquil. Yeah. Maybe you should.
NyQuil.
Gross.
Take the NyQuil right now and could be, by late in the show.
Yeah. Well, that's a chance I'd be willing to put up with. I think the thing that I think you better start. You're like, oh, I'm going to drink some tea. I think you better start. You better start putting some medicine in your body.
Yes.
Trying to get ahead of the game, so to speak.
Was fine for most of the time. By the way, wwent to Oregon for the first time. Lovely, lovely country. We went out. The wife and I went out to the
it's a state, but
Willamette.
It's a state.
It's not Willamette. It's Willamette. Yeah. I always thought it was Willamette.
That's like Lululemon.
Yeah, right. It's Willamette.
Willamette. Yeah.
The wine country.
We have some friends that had an old hotel in Willamette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful area. Not much of a wine drinker. But I partook and smelled and picked up the different tones,
right?
The fruits.
Did you have a Sauvignon or whatever they call those guys?
The mineral taste and everything like that. Learned about vineyards and all that kind of stuff. Jory soil, all that stuff. But went out to the coast as well, and this was basically the stretch of Oregon between Eugene and Portland. And I mean, some of the most beautiful coastline you'll ever see. But as somebody who grew up in the Northeast near the coast, and I've been to San Diego, I've seen that. I was stunned by how beautiful this coast is that's not developed. And like the houses that are on it are like
100 years old.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like worn down and beat up and
Wow.
So I guess
I think it's probably
because
it's not. I don't know that the Oregon coast is real touristy. Like how much tourism?
I don't know. Apparently not much.
Yeah. Like I don't know that it's a real hot spot. I think oftentimes I didn't even think first time I went to the Oregon coast, I was surprised that Oregon had a coast.
Right.
I didn't really realize that Oregon had a coast.
But
I knew Washington had a coast, but I don't know why I didn't think the coast goes all the way down the coast. Why does the coast go down the coast? I just took a break at Oregon. You know what? We're tired of coasting on this.
Let's just stop in California and then we'll pick it up again in Washington.
Yeah, exactly. It was crazy, but good for you, man. That's awesome.
It was good. So while I was away, I kept checking to see if the Broncos would do anything, and day by day went by and still absolutely nothing. So I'm kind of curious. When I left, people were all mad.
Yeah.
When are they going to get engaged, and why are they sitting on their hands, and all of this? I'm curious. What's the feeling now? Has acceptance? Has in Sean and George we trust? Is there still, hope that there's another move out there? What would you say the feeling is?
I think there's the potential of people are hoping that maybe there's a trade. They're getting into the A.J. Brown stuff, maybe Alvin Kamara, right? Maybe that's the answer to the backfield conundrum. If you're going to say, hey man, we're going to split time with R.J. Harvey and we're going to split time with Dobbins, right? And those guys are going to be our first and second down back. If we brought Kamara in, he could be kind of a that third down back joker type of thing. So that's been floated out there. I've talked about that. I hear, the whole A.J. Brown thing, potential trade. It might not happen until the draft, this, that, and the other. So I've heard that. But here's my theory, Mike, because, Broncos country is irritated, right? They're a little chafed, right? They got a little rash, and they don't like it. And
wings.
Yeah, they're just like, it's been too hot. We haven't had winter. I've got chafing, and my stuff is sticking to my thighs, and I do not like it. And that's where Broncos country is right now. But here's what I've been trying to sell. And so I've been trying to sell Broncos country on this. Maybe I'll throw it to you and see if you think there's merit to this kind of theory that I have. Okay. So when I was out in Tampa sitting with Gruden, we were talking about how the end of the season goes and how you basically, as a coaching staff, how you sit down and go through everything that you guys did as an offense or a defense, right? And so you put together, and his example was, so you grab all the all-goes that you ran. So, we're going to get into whatever the formation is, we're going to go all go, right? And so you take all those all go plays, and let's say there's 80 of them, just for the even math, right? And you realize that in the 80 all goes, 75% of those went to the check down the back, out of the backfield, okay? But in the play, well, let's call it 100 because that makes my math easier. And 80, I'm just not going to get it. 80
you
is
and
not,
math.
Right. So let's say 75%, 75 of those went to the check down. That leaves what, Mike? 25. So 25 times you actually threw the ball to an all-go. So you threw the ball deep. And you look at that 25 that you threw deep and you say, we missed, let's say we completed 6 of them. And we should be on track to complete more like 12 of them. Right? And so you look at it and you say, we missed all these throws. The design was great. We won on the route. Our receivers won, but our quarterback did not complete these. And we talked about this all season long, about Bo Nix being frenetic in the pocket, about Bo Nix missing the deep ball. How many times did Bo Nix have a wide-open guy where it just was off his fingertips? It just didn't work. So if you're the Broncos, you're looking at all those plays, just that section, and then you go through every other combination that you have. You know, you go all go specials. You go through, you go through the curl flats. You go through all the plays that you have, and you say, "Listen, man, our receivers were winning." I went through 8 games of Evan Ingram, and they really, and just his targets. I didn't go through every play, but just his targets. And I told you every target, essentially, there was a couple of deep overs that they hit on, but all the deep shots they took, whether they were running fades, whether they were running, out and ups, whatever they were running, all the deep shots were really after they crossed the 40 and got a first down, and they try to get Evan Ingram matched up on somebody. Not one of those that I watched in an 8-game period was complete. And Evan Ingram won on almost every route. So they're looking at it from the standpoint of, hey, third year of the offense, our quarterback calmed down at the end of the season. He was playing way better, and that Buffalo game was great. And the incompletions were drops by Cortland, drops by little Jordan Humphrey. Like, we're good. We're really good.
So an offseason that began with the theme, get Bo more help. The message coming from the Broncos is Bo needs to be better.
Correct. And he will be better because it's the third year of the offense, and we're really happy with the development of the guys that we have. Now, if there's if there's an opportunity that blows them out of the water, will they take it? I'm sure they will. But I think what you're seeing here is what you see on TV is not what you see on coach's tape. And what they're telling you is, hey, man, we had a lot of opportunities, and our young quarterback missed a ton of those opportunities. That's why we were leading the league in 3-and-outs through 3/4 of the season. And as he continued to get more and more comfortable, and we kind of figured him out, man, like the sky's the limit with the people we have. That's my theory.
Okay. We'll run that by Mike Klis. He'll be joining us coming up in about 20 minutes. But up next, at least one former Bronco thinks something big is coming. That's next.
Is there still a mystery ingredient that could hold the Broncos offense back?
Whatever grade or level you had this Broncos offense at last year, do you honestly believe that they're going to make this huge, significant leap, and they missed out on that chance because they didn't sign Kenneth Walker or Travis Etienne or Tyler Algier, Rico Dowdle, or any of these guys? You really believe that this is what's going to hold them back?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Tom's Garage Doors. When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
I started my first business at 12 years old, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I thought I was crushing it until my buddy down the street undercut me by $2. But he didn't just cut the price, he cut corners too. That's when I learned if you do the job right, people trust you, and integrity beats profit. People care more about how you show up and whether you do what you say you're going to do. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Doors. From garage door repairs to upgrades, we show up, we crush it, and we stand behind every job. We only use the best parts, and the spring's guaranteed to last a lifetime. Because when you care about the people you serve, you work harder, and it shows. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Doors today or schedule online at donsgaragedoors.com. And yeah, we still beat the other guy.
Tom's Garage Doors. When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Guys, we've had the driest winter in decades. Protect your home with fire-resistant, non-combustible, low-maintenance upgrades built to handle Colorado's extreme weather. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
So, you're ready to propose, huh?
Yeah, man. She's definitely the one.
What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler.
I could use some help with that.
Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
The right financial strategies can make a huge difference, especially if you're nearing retirement. Adam Mueller talks retirement strategies with Mile High Money. Saturday mornings at 8 on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Here's a tale of Linda trying to lose weight, but the med prices she found were all over the place.
Hidden fees and markups made her jaw drop low. Then she found Good RX. Now she's in the know.
GLP-1 subscriptions FDA approved.
With clear upfront pricing.
And same-day pickup.
That's Good RX, the no-nonsense way. Save time and money on prescriptions.
Get to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
Every business starts with an idea. With smart business buying from Amazon Business, get everything you need to grow in one familiar place. From office supplies to IT essentials and maintenance tools. Ready to bring your visions to life? Learn how at amazonbusiness.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Yo, Harvey, Zoe, group selfie.
Ooh, nice new iPhone 17, Drewski.
Let's do a triangle formation. I'm in front.
With the center stage front camera, everyone fits in the shot.
You got it at T-Mobile.
But switching takes forever.
Not anymore. Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
Focus, people. Nail your pose.
And you get a new iPhone 17 on them.
No way.
Yes way.
No way.
Yes way, guys. Switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. And right now, we'll pay off your old phone up to $800.
I'm grabbing my phone and switching to T-Mobile right now.
Get back, Harvey. We're taking a... let's go again, y'all.
With 24 monthly bill credits, finance agreement, 256 gigabytes, $830, eligible trade-in, example iPhone 13, and new qualifying line, $60 plus per month plan with autopay plus taxes and fees. For well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. $800 via virtual prepaid card. Card typically takes 15 days after rebate submission, no cash access, and card expires in 6 months. Check out in 15 minutes per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
When you've been hit by an 18-wheeler, there's 3 things you need to do. First, call the police and get medical care. Second, don't talk to the insurance company alone. And third, call the truck crash lawyers at Berg Simpson Law Firm. Berg Simpson has 50 years of experience holding them accountable and over $50 million recovered after truck crashes. Call Berg Simpson today and let us fight for you so you can focus on healing.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in-store or you can shop online. Staples, that was easy.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Wednesday night on ESPN Denver 1600. CSU basketball faces St. Joseph starting at 8:30.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Candy shaming. I don't know how anybody can eat that. Black licorice? Ugh. Ugh. Gross.
Fact checking.
I think we have another candidate for the Mike Evans big board of BS.
No way.
In the spirit of giving.
Mike is getting an almost new but slightly used snowblower.
Oh, is that his compensation, Mark?
No, that's just out of the goodness of my heart, Stoke.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, powered by Able Builders. I am back. Stoke is off. Mark is here. And
say, by the way, squatting rights. I am getting very comfortable in the second chair.
I got to admit,
There's a little bit more dominance
yes,
here, right?
It's like you're filling the
presence.
space more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I'm also filling it less. Have you noticed anything?
Blue steel, baby. Blue steel. Blue steel.
And we're not talking about under the desk. We're talking about right here. Focus on the eyeballs, baby.
Those cheekbones there.
Yeah.
Little
gaunt.
That's right.
A little drawn in. Yeah. You know what? Somebody has been working the
saving the button.
Saving the button.
Yep.
All right. Just wanted to make sure you noticed, like I noticed you noticing me, and I didn't want to get awkward.
Couldn't help.
Right. I didn't want to get awkward as you were noticing me, so I went ahead and nipped it in the bud.
Mike Klis going to be joining us coming up in about 10 minutes. We were asking, or I was curious, since the time I left, now back, how's Broncos country doing? Where are you when it comes to your acceptance of what the Broncos have or have not done in free agency? Here's one on the Ramoslaw.com text line. We're in the 12 steps of grief and likely at acceptance, trending towards apathy. Well, there is one former Bronco who believes that the Broncos are still going to make a big, splashy move. And it is Aqib Talib, who was on the Gridiron podcast.
Yeah, he does. He's got
Skip Bayless.
Right.
Some other guys on it. But here's what he had to say. So this is Aqib Talib.
We will have a new explosion player on offense. Just know that. Just remember, I told you that. All right, Skip? It will be a new.
Are you saying you have
player
inside information?
I'm just telling you, Skip. When they break, just say, oh, yeah, Lee said that.
Okay.
So I do my thing. You know people. I know people.
So Howie's already got a handshake deal with the Broncos to send AJ to Denver.
I ain't say all that. That's you. We will have one, though.
Aqib Talib. It's going to happen.
Did he say it was going to be like a trade or, free agent or is he saying about the draft? I mean, you could Lieb could say that if you draft a guy who's an explosion player, like if you drafted Kenyon Sadiq, would that qualify as an explosion?
Yeah, that's not how I read it. No. This what I'm hearing is they trade for somebody.
Correct. That's what I'm hearing as well.
And as I was heading out to the airport the other day, last week, I heard you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You,
Richie,
I
was working.
Will,
I was working.
Yeah, Iron Man. But I heard you guys talking about AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that was just radio clickbait that was being thrown out there. I hope that the idea of trading for AJ Brown is not something that Broncos country is taking seriously. I want nothing to do with him.
I don't want anything to do with him either.
Oh, okay, all right.
No. That was
hitting the fool.
That's a Will and a Richie thing.
Okay.
That's a shiny toy.
I see.
Shiny penny.
They're looking to build a fantasy football team rather than a football team that
right.
has,
I don't
really
want
changed their culture over the last couple of years, and now you want to bring in a guy who almost single-handedly wrecked a Super Bowl winning team.
I don't want a guy that's disappointed in winning a championship because he wasn't the focal point. I don't want a guy on the team that celebrates a loss because he put up numbers. I don't want anything to do. So the George Pickens of the world, the A.J. Browns of the world, the guys who are TURDSs, I don't want those guys on the team. Listen, man, I'll put up with the turds.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
I don't want those guys on the team. I'll put up with a dude that maybe you got to babysit a little bit. A guy that, maybe is a little bit, has run afoul of the law occasionally, but can really rush the passer. Like, I'll put up with a dude like that. But I want that guy to be all about that business when it comes to playing football. And so, like Stokes says, we've got a strong enough culture and a strong enough locker room. Okay, like, I'll give you a guy or two. But there's certain dudes that I just don't want.
All right, so let's say it's not A.J. Brown.
Okay.
Who could Aqib Talib be talking about? And are we talking about a wide receiver? Are we talking about a running back? Are we talking about a tight end?
the guy that's most likely to me, the guy that you have to think is most likely, okay, is a guy that's played for the Saints before. And so it's got to be Alvin Kamara, Taysom Hill. It's got to be somebody like that gives them, that doesn't have to be a starter.
That doesn't feel like what Talib was talking about.
It feels like Talib was talking about A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown, or if
who?
Maybe a tight end?
Who?
I mean, what were some of the names we've heard? Maybe the idea that a Sam Laporta could be out there, but would that be enough to get Talib talking about that? Justin Jefferson?
I mean, do you think they're going to bring in Kyler Murray and all of a sudden move Justin Jefferson? Justin Jefferson ain't moving. And that's pie in the sky. If Justin Jefferson sells tickets, is there, okay, let me throw this one at you. Is there a chance, because Muji is out and he's the former Bronco, personnel, whatever he was, assistant GM, whatever, I don't know what Muji was, but Muji is the GM of the Jets. He's out there. Is there a Breece Hall deal that could be worked out?
Saw something the other day. Apparently Muji is gaining more power there in New York, and that Aaron Glenn is losing power.
Well, I mean,
you're fired. That Muji might be Woody Johnson's. God bless you. Woody Johnson's most favored child right now. Maybe.
Yeah. Who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows? But it does feel like an A.J. Brown. I don't know what tight end could possibly be on the market. I heard people going, could we trade for Trey McBride and bring him?
Geez.
No, come on, stop it.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, what about the Raiders? Bowers?
Yeah.
Is he going to be like? Come on, stop.
That's one of those. If we pile our trash high enough, just maybe we could make a deal.
Yeah.
Hey, tournament time is here. So is your shot at $5,000. Head to DenverSports.com/bracket to enter our 5K bracket challenge presented by Bryant, Colorado and Exfinity. Think you can pick the perfect bracket? Prove it. But don't wait. Entries close before tip-off on March 19th. That's DenverSports.com/bracket. The play-in games start tonight. Mike Klis joins us, and are they going to sign at least one player from another organization? That's my question for Mike next.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro. Is Happy Hour Sports Talk built for the modern fan? Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 104.3 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, something to know about your home's windows. If you are in a neighborhood with houses that say were built in the 80s, 90s, maybe even as recently in the 2000s, so-called custom homes, maybe, unlikely. The builder spent good money on windows. More than likely, they were provided by the lowest bidder. Your home's windows are too important to settle. Invite you to get to know Bluebird Windows and Doors. Bluebird is a local company serving Colorado since 2006, featuring over 40 years of experience. They've been around this long because they do business the right way, and they understand Colorado. Bluebird only uses the best high-quality windows with the strongest warranties of any window you can buy in the industry. And what makes their windows so much better than what's in your house right now? Double-strength glass versus single. Polyurethane foam insulation in the window frame versus the hollow frames that are probably in your windows right now. Think what that means in terms of making your windows more energy efficient. Get to know Bluebird Windows with this special offer. Buy one window, get another 50% off through March 31st. Mention my name, get an additional 5% off. Call 303-810-2888 and at GoBluebirdCO.com. Bluebird Windows, where your window replacement experience is second to none.
Hey, Stoke here for my friends at Trajan Wealth. March is a lucky month. Are you looking for that pot of gold? Let me tell you about when I sat down with Trajan Wealth. I didn't get a sales pitch. I received straight talk, real honest advice about where I stood and what I needed to do next. And that's rare these days. They're fiduciaries, which means their advice is built around what's best for you. And you can feel the difference right away. I left that meeting feeling empowered, like I finally had a clear understanding of my plan and my options. And that's what Trajan Wealth will do for you. They'll come with that game plan specifically designed for you, your goals, and your needs. And that's why I'm a client now. And I feel like one lucky guy. And I'm more prepared for my family's future, and that is super important to me. Find your four-leaf clover and visit TrajanWealth.com today. Make sure you got the right strategy and the right people in your corner. Call Trajan Wealth today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100. Or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply STOP to opt out.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn competitive pay for the ride you complete, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 15 years old, a clean driving record, and caregiving experience with children, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text CAR to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text CAR to 323232 right now. Text CAR to 323232 and start earning boosted rates per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's CAR to 323232. Text CAR to 323232 now.
You know what I could really go for right now? Literally anything that comes in a McDonald's carton, wrapper, or bag. Or a McDonald's cup. Yes, any of those items should do it.
And if you could go for a deal, now get free medium fries with the purchase of any hot, juicy Quarter Pounder with cheese or new Big Arch. Just what your cravings ordered. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
SodaWeightLoss.com is state-of-the-art, and SodaWeightLoss.com helped me lose 60 pounds a few years ago, and I've never gained the weight back. Why? I know how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. I had a real nutritionist there to help me along the way through my journey. I joined Soda for a short time to have results that last a lifetime. Call them up, 1-866-800-SODA. You want to lose that weight? 1-866-800-SODA. Online at SodaWeightLoss.com. They are there for you like they were there for me. It's SodaWeightLoss.com. Soda Weight Loss is state-of-the-art.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and Pepsi at King Soopers, 15051 East 104th Avenue in Commerce City, Tuesday, March 17th from 3 to 5 p.m. Stop by for your chance to win tickets to Tuesday night's Nuggets game and sample Gatorade's low sugar line. Don't miss it.
I'm Rob Wilhite. A car accident can change everything in a moment. For almost 50 years, my firm has gone up against insurers and won over $1 billion for our clients. If you were hit, don't wait. Evidence fades, witnesses disappear, and the insurance companies know that. We move fast, you should too. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or go to WillHiteWins.com. That's 303-GOOD-LAW or WillHiteWins.com. We're here for Coloradans when it matters most. The Wilhite Law Firm, Colorado Strong. WillHiteWins.com.
Ben Franklin here to talk to you about your water heater. A water heater is a vital part of your home's plumbing. When it doesn't work, it can really freeze up your routine. Call the pros at Benjamin Franklin Plumbing about water heater options for your home. Visit BenjaminFranklinPlumbing.com or call 877-BEN-1776 to request an appointment. Call for details. Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Is your money doing everything it can for you? Like automatically pushing more of your money to savings every day?
I don't think so.
Then switch to Huntington Bank. And let's get more from money. Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program may only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it could end your debt nightmare and save you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. For free information and to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, simply go online and visit DRA.com or call 800-433-8909. 800-433-8909. Again, that's 800-433-8909.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan, powered by Waterloo Turf Denver. Get your Saturdays back.
Imperfect analogies. But
Mark is not inferring that Bo Nix is a serial killer.
Poor communication.
Normally your phone by this time of the day, you haven't had it on a charger in 3 days. It's somewhere buried in a bag.
And emotional outbursts.
It would have been magical. And I would have gave the bird to Payton and down the sideline, give him the double bird as I'm running by him. Yeah, take this! You missed me!
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We do miss Stoke. He'll be back later this week. Got Stink here. I'm back. And we got Mike Klis, our 9 News Broncos insider, joins us now, brought to us by Fitness Gallery. Good morning, Mike.
What's going on, guys? Stoke was on fire last night on X. What I got a little too fired up for showing up in the morning?
Yeah.
Basically, he wore himself out. Yeah.
Poor little fella.
Poor little fella. Didn't have enough left in the tank to get out here this morning. But we're glad to have you. And I mean, now that we are this deep into free agency and nothing has happened, I mean, with the benefit of hindsight, I mean, is there any part of you that saw this coming?
No, I thought they'd pick up a couple players. They always pick up a couple players. I've been covering this team going on 22 seasons, and this is the first time it's ever been like this. They spent a lot of money, and I've asked them to. I've called them up, the bosses, and asked them to explain. And what they say is, remember the 10 extensions that they gave over a 16-month period, starting with Quinn Miners in July of 2024, ending with Malcolm Roach and Will Lutz and Luke Wattenberg in November of last year. There was a lot of money poured out then. They were to re-sign the Alex Singletons and the Adam Troutmans. They had 17 free agents, either exclusive rights, restricted free agents, or unrestricted free agents. They signed 17 of those guys, and they're at $22 million in the cap, which isn't a lot of spending power. But I think they're trying. Maybe they gotta. They're still in the office working, long days. George Payton, Richard Hurtado, and so I think they got, they're working. They're talking to people. Maybe they've got a trade or two that they're trying to make, but right now, for all intents and purposes, this is a team that's standing pat with. And looking forward to the draft, where they got picks in the first 3 rounds anyway, albeit very late in each round.
So, Mike, you talked about the potential of a trade. Is there any names out there? Anybody you've heard of? Like we've talked about A.J. Brown potentially. We've talked about Alvin Kamara. From the Saints, who's a Sean Payton guy. Is there anything out there that? Blows wind up your skirt, so to speak? Is there anything you've heard or any name out there that Broncos country can kind of latch onto?
Yeah, I've heard they're not in on A.J. Brown. And Kamara, I'm not sure where he's at as far as, if he's thinking about retirement. That speculation came out after they wound up with Travis Etienne now.
Yes.
From Jacksonville. So no, I have not heard any names. Dallas Goedert. They discussed him, but they didn't get in on him. Ultimately they decided they preferred Evan Ingram in his second year versus breaking in a new tight end in year one with the Sean Payton system. Davis Webb really likes Evan Ingram. I think there's a chance there's a better Evan Ingram, more productive Evan Ingram in year two than year one with Davis Webb calling a play. So no, I haven't. All these trades. You fish, you work them, but they're tough to come together.
Yeah.
It takes two, as they say.
Right.
And I'm not sure where they stand on any of that, but it has been it's been strange, guys. Every day I wake up thinking, well, maybe today's the day that a player from outside the Broncos gets added to the team, and about 5 o'clock rolls around, and I decide it's safe to eat dinner.
Yeah. Let me throw a theory at you that I've had. Okay, so they look at their film afterwards as coaches. They look at the coaches' film. They break down every kind of route combination and how things went. And I explained it to Mike as, hey, they looked at all 100 all goes they ran, and they realized, hey, we missed on 9 or 10 opportunities where Bo Nix overthrew the ball. They just didn't quite connect, but we had guys open in all these different scenarios. Evan Ingram had multiple opportunities on, out and ups and fades and things, and Bo Nix just didn't quite hit him. We led the league in 3 and outs, but the plays were there that we called. The players that we have are really good. Like, we think third year of the offense, new play caller, all that these problems are going to solve themselves, and we're really good, and we've got better players than people think. How about that theory?
Yeah, I like it. I think I think that is a large part of this. However, they do recognize, I think, that and maybe it's the draft, but they do recognize that they can't quite go into the season relying 100% on J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey at running back. They got to get another running back who can help with that load, and that might be the draft. Which a lot of people, including me, think if you're going to add a running back, it's better to get him in the draft. You better find Terrell Davis in the 6th round. Obviously that's happened once in Broncos history. That's easier said than done. But there's running backs out there. That's where you get them, not in free agency or trade where a guy like David Montgomery has lost a lot of tread on the tire. Free agency. These guys are banged up. They've lost a little bit of their legs by the time they hit free agency. The draft is when they're fresh, and that's where you got to find them. And I think they also recognize, they need a little more pop at the tight end. I think they want to supplement Evan Ingram in the passing game at the tight end, or maybe develop one right behind him as he goes into the final year of his contract. So I think they recognize they need a little more pop at the skill positions, but they didn't. They apparently didn't like what they saw in the free agent market. Dollar for dollar.
Well, maybe today's the day. We shall see, and you'll be on top of it if and when it happens. Thanks, Mike.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Mike Klis, brought to you by Fitness Gallery, home of the world's finest fitness equipment. I'm curious, while I was away, the Nuggets finished up that tough 3-3 stretch. I'm curious how people are feeling about the Nuggets. And did the Avs get caught? Looking ahead. That's next.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate, intelligent, and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
What is happening, fellas? Stoke here from my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Fellas, sex, intimacy, and love are central to fulfilling relationships, right? Erectile dysfunction can take a serious toll, stilling enjoyment, weakening intimacy, and placing stress on partners that can feel overwhelming. But ED doesn't have to continue impacting your relationship. My friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic can get you taken care of. Jeff and his team, they're the absolute best. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can have you last an hour or more. And my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, their treatments work when the pills or the herbals fail. They've served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, and they have successfully treated tens of thousands of men. If ED is affecting you, it's time to get back to the sex, intimacy, and love that bring you closer together. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic has 5 locations right here in Colorado to serve you. Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. Call them 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900, or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Smalls here. Did you know there are many ways to do your taxes with H&R Block? You can go to a local office and get expert help in person, or you can choose virtual tax prep and get expert help without leaving home. Or you can even do them yourself online with live human help standing by. Whatever you choose, you can file with confidence, having H&R Block's 70-plus years of tax expertise in your corner. Switch today and file your way at hrblock.com.
It's tournament time when the most talented teams survive and advance. And whether you're cutting down the nets or cutting through resumes, one thing's clear. The best teams are built with the best people. If you're hiring, you need ZipRecruiter. Their smart matching technology finds qualified candidates fast. You can add screening questions to get the right applicants and even filter to see who's recently active. Score the best for your team with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
At Belco Credit Union, we want to make your dream renovation a reality. Maybe that means a modern kitchen upgrade or a luxurious new bathroom. With Belco's Home Equity Choice line, you can get easy access to funds with the freedom and convenience of a home equity line of credit, plus the security and stability of a home equity loan. Plus, Belco is also offering low rates for qualified borrowers. Learn more at belco.org/choiceline. Belco is an equal opportunity housing lender. Belco, banking for everyone.
Jacobs Law and 303 Law 4040, the husband and wife law firm where you don't get passed around to a law clerk or some call center overseas. You always get to meet directly with me and my lovely wife, Kimberly. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
It's the College Hoops Showdown, wall-to-wall basketball, and zero time to mess with your lawn. At Waterloo Turf, they help Denver homeowners trade yard work for game time. No mowing, no watering, no mud on game day. Just a green championship-level lawn all season long. Perfect for watch parties, pets, and backyard hoops. From backyards to putting greens, Waterloo Turf installs premium artificial turf built for Colorado. Visit WaterlooTurf.com/Denver and book your free consultation. Waterloo Turf, get your Saturdays back, and don't miss the buzzer.
Imagine a world where you can leave the house and take your Wi-Fi speeds with you. Thanks to Exfinity Mobile, it's not just a fantasy. Just picture it. You're at your kid's soccer game streaming the other game in 4K. Just like that, in the airport, download a cozy family comedy in a snap with Wi-Fi Power Boost. What if the places you had to be felt more like the places where you wanted to be? That's the magic of Exfinity Mobile. Reliable Wi-Fi and 5G when you need it. Exfinity, imagine that. Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Visit XfinityMobile.com to learn more. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus regular rates of 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of 2/10/26. Taxes, fees, extra after promotion. Regular rate supply.
The right financial strategies can make a huge difference, especially if you're nearing retirement. Adam Mueller talks retirement strategies with Mile High Money. Saturday mornings at 8 on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's Zach here. And if you're looking for your new go-to spot in Centennial, the Basketball Social House is it. Award-winning food and drinks, an incredible weekend brunch, and a brand new sports bar entertainment space where you can catch every Colorado game. Even if you're not playing, it's a great hang. But if you are, their private basketball suites are unreal. Full court, lounge, music, TVs, the whole setup. And because you're hearing this from me, get half off your first private basketball suite rental. Just use code half off hoops. Trust me, you're going to love this place.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer.
Score big, save 25% off all primetime functional trainers, home gyms, and racks. Work out on your schedule on the equipment you choose from the safety and comfort of your own home. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins.
Plumline Services, serving Colorado since 1998 for all your heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. Service at home, servants at heart.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Wednesday night on ESPN Denver 1600. CSU basketball faces St. Joseph starting at 8:30.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Temper tantrums.
Was that fun, listener? Were those good questions? Did you find yourself going, man, Stokley, Evans, Schlereth, you guys are dumb? Did you have fun today?
Copyright infringement.
He took something that I have told him and tried to make it his own and just did not present very well.
And some flexible scheduling.
When I grow up, I want to have Mark's schedule. No one has a better schedule than Mark Schlereth. He just shows up and works whenever he wants to.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
I don't know. Might need to take that promo out of the rotation for the time being. Apparently. You know what? Sometimes you spout off. You know, you just open your mouth and then karma gets you.
Radio karma.
Where's Stoke now?
Where is Stoke? When's he coming back?
Tried to fight through his sickness. You know, got the late dose of Dayquil. Did not work out. We haven't seen him since.
Nope. So, but I'm back after a couple days off, exploring the Oregon coast.
Just seems like a strange time to go to the Oregon coast.
Well, it was
because it's not like it's warm there right now.
No, and that's actually kind of what I wanted. We didn't have winter here. I was kind of looking. It was great. We landed in Eugene, Oregon, and it was raining, and it rained for like the next 3 days. It was awesome.
Oregon will like,
and
it's a nice drizzle. It's almost like you don't get wet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I walked around with an umbrella for 3 days. It was awesome. Loved it. It was cold. It was cool.
Do you just like put one of those hat umbrellas on, like, and then it covers that would be a huge umbrella.
Well,
I don't know.
It was like
a gust of wind. You'd be like Mary Poppins.
You know,
you'd just be floating through the air.
They had like golf size umbrellas there at the hotel we were staying.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, "Well, can we both go under the same umbrella?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's not going to work for me."
Right.
I need a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
So
right. Yeah.
We each had our own umbrella.
Yeah, that makes sense. By the way, I have not been home when it snowed, and my wife, you know how I'm a big Ego tool fan, right? The battery operated Egos, like where you try to steal my chainsaw.
Oh boy, did I have my eye on that.
Yeah. So I ended up. She got me an Ego power shovel.
Oh.
For my birthday in January. I haven't been able to use it.
I know.
So Sunday morning, because the couple times it snowed, I've been out of town.
Yeah.
So Sunday morning, snow. Dude, and I just scampered off into the garage and got my power shovel.
Toy.
It was a beast. It was a beast. And I did it. Of course, I shoveled the deck twice.
Of course you did. You're a multi-shoveler.
Yeah, multi-shoveler. So
love
as soon as I got up in the morning, I did it. And I got a quick shout out before we get rolling. My son, his team. My son coaches baseball at the University of South Florida, and they are ranked they hit top 25. They hit number 25 not in every poll, but in a poll that I saw. So congratulations to Daniel, whose team right now is a top 25 baseball team in the country, which is amazing.
Way to go.
Amazing.
And no doubt being powered by that pitching staff that he overseas. So were both the Stars and Avalanche caught looking ahead to tomorrow night's big showdown, because both teams lost at home. Stars lost to Utah 6-3. Avs lost to Pittsburgh 7-2. Where'd that come from? And the Avs have been in a little bit of a rut of late, but maybe their struggles aren't as bad as they appear, Jared Bednar?
Part of it's lack of communication. I think you got to be an active participant in the defending of your team. And we got a lot of guys that need to start saying more and doing more, like on the ice. So, like, we have a couple rush coverage goals that there's some new guys involved in, and it's like one guy just says go, and we get two guys going at one guy and leaving a guy open net front multiple times.
Nathan McKinnon saying it was, just a bad night all around.
The chemistry matters, and like if guys are used to playing center, filling in and route, it's no one's fault. It's just different, new teams, a lot of different line combinations lately for everybody. So it's hard, it's hard. I mean, it sounds like an excuse. Tonight was just bad too. Like, we just played bad. It wasn't like we were all bad. I thought we had a pretty good start. I don't know. It's one of those nights that just sucked.
Yeah, it did suck.
Yeah.
But McKinnon's a straight shooter. He is. And the reason I'm not freaking out about the Avs right now, and the reason I'm not obsessing over the goaltending is they do have a lot of new pieces that they're working in.
Sure.
You have some key guys out, Landeskog, Lehkonen, Colton. I mean, so they do have to get everybody back. But I'm for the time being, until I see this thing play out a little bit more, I'm going to let Nathan McKinnon's words kind of guide me for now. That, hey, we got a lot of moving pieces, and then and maybe that leads to what Bednar said. We need to communicate more because we have some guys that are new or some guys that are playing out of position, and it puts even more of a emphasis on communicating. And if we're not, then we find ourselves making some mistakes, being caught out of position, and then our goalies look bad.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because Bednar complaining about communication, Bednar complaining about those things. We need guys to step up and do that. And, you look at a guy like Landeskog, who is out right now. This is kind of one of the issues that I had with the Broncos back in the Peyton Manning, DeMarcus Ware time, where everybody just leaned on those guys. Like, okay, lead us, go lead us. And nobody else developed into that guy that could say, hey, man, get your bleep together.
Yeah.
Let's go. Like, and I don't know that McKinnon is really that guy. I mean, he plays so freaking hard, and he is so fast. And I don't know if you watched the interview on the sideline.
Yeah,
it was like, oh, shoot.
yeah.
But you know what I'm saying. So and that's part of it. And with new guys, sometimes you don't feel comfortable stepping up and taking that role. But listen, we can sit there and talk about it. I think there's like 16 games left or something of that nature. When you do get guys back, you're still going to be rotating guys. You're still going to be trying to figure out what your lines are. You're still like there's some hockey left to be played. And the Dallas Stars, your team, they're breathing down their neck.
Stop it.
Listen, man, and the goaltending is a concern for me. So there's concerns there.
Yes, there are excuses, there are reasons, whatever you want to define it.
Right.
I think right now I put it more in there are reasons than I am trying to make excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
That's me. But maybe you out there as an Avs fan look at it differently. We got a Telestrator Tuesday with Sting coming up at 7:30 as he takes a look at the top tight ends in this year's draft class. That's coming up at 7:30. But coming up next, I have an equation for you.
Oh, do you now?
That is maybe the Broncos' strategy for this year. I want to put it in the form of an equation and see if you like it.
I love math.
I know you excel at math. That's next.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. I've been around long enough to know the difference between tough talk and real quality, and that's why I trust Gravina's Window Center of Littleton, serving Denver, Colorado, for over 52 years, guys. They're going to do it right the first time, every time. And right now you get 25% off Exfinity by Marvin fiberglass windows, 8 times stronger than vinyl, created to deal with the weather changes here in Colorado. Also 20% off of James Hardy siding, engineered to resist hail, fire, moisture, woodpeckers. And right now you can invest wisely with 12 months, no interest, no payments. Guys, it's not going to get better than that. Make sure you make that call and fix your home up this spring. Call them at 303-794-0490 or find them at windowsforyourhome.com. Remember, 25% off Exfinity by Marvin fiberglass windows, 20% off of James Hardy siding, 12 months, no interest, no payments. Guys, call them today for a free consultation. That's 303-794-0490 or visit them online at windowsforyourhome.com.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners, so they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Jackson Hewitt has a great tax prep deal, $149 or less. Missing out is like ignoring a check engine light in your car. You'll regret it. Seriously, the price is only $149 or less, no matter how complicated, so don't wait. Like when you get a password expires today alert, or you're shopping online and there's only one item left. It's like your taxes are in the cart, just complete the purchase. Hurry! This deal for $149 or less is like your phone at 1%. It's about to power down. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Pump up the volume. Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
SodaWeightLoss.com is state-of-the-art, and SodaWeightLoss.com helped me lose 60 pounds a few years ago, and I've never gained the weight back. Why? I know how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. I had a real nutritionist there to help me along the way through my journey. I joined Soda for a short time to have results that last a lifetime. Call them up, 1-866-800-SODA. You want to lose that weight? 1-866-800-SODA. Online at SodaWeightLoss.com. They are there for you like they were there for me. It's SodaWeightLoss.com. Soda Weight Loss is state-of-the-art.
Massive biceps.
Your arms look big. I don't know if it's fat or muscle.
You watch that, you. Minor accomplishments.
I did yoga yesterday. I signed up and took a yoga class yesterday.
And having each other's backs. Mrs. S, Lana, Stoke's playing golf today, and Stoke has no intention of going appliance shopping with you. Here's the deal. Just so you know. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We got a special Telestrator Tuesday coming up at 7:30 as Mark has done a deep dive into, 5 of the top tight end prospects in this draft?
Well, let me just kind of
Stokley off again today.
Yeah. Let me just kind of look at what I've done here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Does this include Kenyon Sadiq, who you already did a deep dive into?
Well,
or?
I did 5 more on top of Kenyon Sadiq.
Okay. So
5 more.
All right, so maybe just a quick recap on Sadiq, and then we'll get into some of these other tight ends.
Yeah.
Because the draft, at this point...
Well, that's kind of was my theory is, like, if we're not going to participate in free agency... Which we didn't. We signed our own guys.
Yeah.
So, but we know our own guys. Like, that's like redoing things on our own guys is not necessarily sexy. Now, I did something on, Evan Ingram, and I did something on Troutman. But, tight end is a position that I believe they need to address in the draft. And so I wanted to look at all the top tight ends coming out. And I'm going to do the same thing. I've looked at a couple of running backs so far. So I'm going to do a bunch of – I'll probably do 8 or 9 running backs. And anyhow, that's kind of the direction I'm going to go in.
I like it.
By the way, I know you don't lift. I know you don't lift weights, but –
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I get on like a 2 or 3 month I'll get inspired for 2 or 3 months, and I'll do it.
So here's something that I just realized in the gym yesterday, and I'd never thought about it before. But it really kind of, as I was grinding through it with Fuji, it really kind of resonated with me, and I had never thought about this before, and it was like this epiphany that oftentimes you will do odd sets. So let's say, just because people resonate with this, let's say you're benching.
Yep.
You say, I'm going to do 3 sets of 12.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to start it this way, then I'm going to go this way, then I'm going to do 3 sets of 12, or whatever.
Right.
You ever notice that you don't ever say, I'm going to do 3 sets of 11? It's never an odd number.
Never.
You never try to get, hey, you know what I'm going to try to get? I'm going to try to get 13 reps. I'm going to try to get 9 reps. No, it's 10. 10's the number. 12's the number.
Why is it like you're out on the range? I'm going to hit 6 more balls.
Yes.
Not 5.
Right.
6.
Right. You don't.
Why do we tend to go with even numbers
rather
than odd?
I was just trying to figure it out. So Fuji and I talked to Fuji about it. So we started doing sets of 11 yesterday. Just to stick it up somebody's can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to be different. We're going to do 4 sets of 11 reps. I'll tell you what, the lifting gods were pissed. They were angry.
Unbelievable.
Because we just took them to the task.
Unbelievable.
So anyhow, just something I was thinking about.
Oftentimes when you start thinking and then you share your thoughts with us on this show, we go down a road that leads me to then ask, what are we talking about?
I wanna dedicate it. Everybody made it. Infiltrated. Activated.
New York, London, Paris, Munich, everybody talking about music.
All
right.
So I
Sorry.
got an equation here for you because it's clear that this is appearing to be the strategy here for the Broncos here for
Okay,
next season.
all right.
So let me put it in the form of like a math question because I know how much you love math. Is this an equation that works for you?
Okay.
And you think will work for the Broncos? Running it back plus the draft equals an AFC Championship contender. Running it back plus the draft, does that equal AFC Championship contender?
Yeah.
I saw a Bleacher Report, just one site, but they put out the best rosters in the NFL through the early stages of free agency. They had Seattle number 1. They had the Broncos.
By the way, they had hardly done it. I think they've signed one free agent
They haven't
from
done
somebody
much.
else's team. No.
And they had the Broncos too. So, does that equation work for you?
Works for me because I believe in my theory. I believe in my theory in that.
Yeah, let's run this theory back out here again. I find this one interesting. So this is your theory to explain what the Broncos have done or haven't done in free agency. Go ahead.
My theory is they broke down their offense. They just broke it down. And they looked at all the plays that didn't happen. And I get it. You know, you make some plays and stuff, but all the plays that were designed properly, that were good calls, right? So you're looking at 100 plays of a certain concept that you ran 100 times. You get 1,100 plays, so it's probably not 100, but you know, like let's call it 50. And you look at those 50 plays that you ran, and you said, "Man, we were wide open on, 20 of these, and we only hit it 4 times." And just the development of our quarterback, understanding of what you're getting, seeing it more clearly, slowing down a little bit, because we talked about the frenetic pace of our quarterback early in the season and how many 3-and-outs this team had, how they led the league in 3-and-outs through 3/4 of the season. And just being in the 3rd year of this process, having a better understanding, we're going to hit those plays. And I can just remember, especially early in the first 6 weeks or so, us talking about, man, we just missed that one to Cortland Sutton down the side. That man, we missed that one to Mims. When I went through the Evan Ingram stuff, and there was just a lot of checkdowns. It was like you've talked about a bunch, the quietest 50-catch season we've ever seen. But when I went through it and just looked at the targets, when they hit the red zone or when they crossed over the plus 40. Man, there were so many times, or there were not so many, but there were a few times where they took a shot to Evan Ingram, and Evan Ingram was open, and I don't think they hit one of them. And so you just say, hey, law of averages with our quarterback being better, and we always talk about our quarterback like you don't really get the best of your quarterback. You don't really know the offense until you're in year 3 of the offense. Like just that progression, we hit on, on half a dozen of those. Think about it. Now all of a sudden, Bo Nix has 40 touchdowns, and he's a 4,000-yard passer.
This is not, though, I love your theory, but it's not a theory that I think a lot of Broncos country is going to like, because an off season that started out with the idea of put better weapons around Bo, in your opinion, is the Broncos are telling you there's nothing wrong with the weapons. The quarterback has to be better and figures to be better.
Right.
Going into his 3rd year.
Look at how he was when things got simplified at the end of games. When all of a sudden you're going with a very limited menu, Mike, because you're in 2-minute and you're behind. And look at how good he was in those situations. Look how clutch there. Hey, he was clutch. Well, you're clutch because there's no confusion. And so knowing the offense better, feeling it better, and then what he did in that Buffalo playoff game was pretty sublime. I mean, he outdueled, you know.
Oh, he was the better quarterback.
He
was
outdueled.
better than Josh Allen.
Yeah,
It's
Josh
impossible.
Allen. So
no, he was.
It's literally impossible.
Zach.
You got me yelling now.
Sorry, you got to own this one. Come on now.
Just because you were floating around, you know, mile high out in the Buffalo tailgates with your
Josh Allen Wyoming
jersey on.
I want to pound his ass.
Yep. You got to get on it.
Right.
Bo was the better quarterback then.
Right. Josh Allen got outplayed, buddy.
Tournament time. Well, that's a great question
true.
that a lot of Bills fans should start asking a little bit more critically. Why? Tournament time is here. So's your shot at $5,000. Head to DenverSports.com/bracket to enter our 5K bracket challenge presented by Bryant, Colorado, and Exfinity. Think you could pick the perfect bracket? Prove it. But don't wait. Entries close before tip-off on March 19th. That's DenverSports.com/bracket. Special Telestrator Tuesday. Stink breaks down maybe the answer for the Broncos at tight end in the draft. That's next.
Is there still a mystery ingredient that could hold the Broncos offense back?
Whatever grade or level you had this Broncos offense at last year, do you honestly believe that they're going to make this huge, significant leap and they missed out on that chance because they didn't sign Kenneth Walker or Travis Etienne or Tyler Algier, Rico Dowdle, or any of these guys? You really believe that this is what's going to hold them back?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Sex, intimacy, love. These three things are critical to a good relationship, and that's the problem with erectile dysfunction. It often destroys sexual enjoyment and intimacy. It stresses the love between partners, often to the breaking point. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're suffering with ED, you likely know exactly what I'm talking about. But I also want you to know that ED doesn't have to impact your relationship anymore. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're ED experts with our focus on men's sexual health. We've treated tens of thousands of men and have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. I promise you, if you're like most guys, you can get your sex life back, perhaps even performing like you haven't in years. So if ED is affecting you, it's time to get back to better sex, better intimacy, and deeper love. Call us. Just $99 gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Get 5 quarts of Valvoline Full Synthetic Motor Oil and a MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $36.99. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I'm Rob Wilhite. If you've been in a car accident, you need experience that wins. For almost 50 years in Colorado, my firm has recovered over $1 billion for crash victims. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, 2-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your help.
Score big. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-568-2790. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-568-2790. That's 800-568-2790. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-568-2790.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Wednesday night on ESPN Denver 1600. CSU basketball faces St. Joseph starting at 8:30.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
It's Tallis Raider Tuesday.
John Elway, that was a bootleg pass. We talked about the cross, and remember I said how they run those crosses on you? They run those crosses, and you jump up on those crosses, and they get that post in behind you.
Where Stoke and Stink use exclusive game film each week to take you inside the Broncos game plan.
If you look at this play, what we're trying to get is a seal here and a seal here, and try to run this play in the alley.
Here's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
All right. So Mark is a fiend when it comes to looking at the film. He can't get enough of it. And so we love to do these special Telestrator Tuesdays where you go deep into the film and take a look at some of the players' positions that could be of huge importance and focus for the Broncos in the upcoming draft now that it looks like they've sat out free agency. So, tight end. You started by taking a deep dive into Kenyon Sadiq. Give a quick summary of Sadiq, but then some of the other tight ends that we might need to start talking about here, learning about as we head closer to the draft.
Yeah, I think the theory, Mike, and this is probably endemic of college football in general and the way college football is played, is either or.
Either or.
That's the theme of the tight end class coming out. Either or. You're either a Y or you're an F.
Explain those.
Okay, so you're either a Y, in line, locked up, hip to hip with your tackle, or off, but right next to your tackle, and you're a pure blocking tight end that's going to sit down on a hitch or sit down on a spot, 6 yards deep right over the center.
Troutman.
Yes. So you're a Y or you're an F. You're in motion. Occasionally in a run game, you'll cut somebody off, but you're not at the point of attack. We can't put you at the point of attack, and you're split out. You're in the slot. You're split out and flex outside the numbers, whatever the case may be, but you're the motion guy, and you're the smaller guy, and you can run, and you're the receiver that you were the receiver in high school that outgrew the position.
So your F is Ingram.
Your F is Ingram.
All right.
Okay, so that's how it works. The one guy that I've watched in this draft, of the 6 guys I've watched, is Kenyon Sadiq. And the thing that impressed me the most with Kenyon Sadiq is you can split him out, and the dude can run, and he'll run the seams, and he'll attack the ball in the air, and he does all those things well. Now, he only had about 50 catches, but why did he have 50 catches? Because this guy was the best run-blocking tight end they had. Beautiful stance, comes off the ball. I mean, great footwork, hand over ankle, over knee, over hip, snapping through guys, good hands, sustains in the blocks, and is a big part of the F counter game where he's running, as the second puller, okay? So that guy's the most complete player. So now we get into the other 5 guys. All right, so I started with Eli Stowers from Vanderbilt, Max Clare from Ohio State. I've got Sam Roush from Stanford, Joe Royer from Cincinnati, and Tanner Kozoil, something like that, whatever it is. And he's from Houston. All right, so Eli Stowers, purely an F out of Vanderbilt, can run, is about a 5'4", 40 guy. He'll get involved a little bit in the F counter stuff, cutting guys off on the backside in the run game. But he's no He-Man on the end of the line of scrimmage. That's not his deal. But he's active and he will participate. But he's not a guy that you're going to count on being the front side of zone or whatever the case may be. But Dynamic player in the passing game, can run the seams, in and out of breaks, good at the top of his route, getting open. Really like Eli Stowers from the standpoint of a guy that could come in and replace eventually, maybe next year, could replace the role that Evan Ingram plays in.
Okay.
So that's that guy. So liked him, thought he was a willing participant in the blocking game, but not a guy that you want to line up. Max Schlereth from Ohio State. Max is one of those guys. He's 6'5", 243 pounds. He's like a 4.78. He's right at the end of the spectrum. Not real twitchy at the top of his route. Not a guy that you're going to line up and say, hey, man-to-man guy or whatever. But he's a decent receiver, and he's a decent blocker. He's kind of a tweener. He's kind of a guy that can do a little bit of both, but he's not going to dominate it either, right? So mostly going to be a zone type of tight end receiver, very much like I would classify him as Troutman. 25 catches a year, is okay in the blocking game, not a dominant blocker. He's a big, tall kid. He's a good target, but there was nothing that was for me that was rewindable. Like
do a lot of things good, but nothing great.
Yeah, like, oh, look at him explode at the top of this. Right. Like, no, that didn't happen, okay? So that's him for me. That is Max Schlereth. Sam Roush of Stanford, 6 foot, what do I got him at? 6'6", 267. Woo. And runs fairly well, runs a 4.7. He is end of the line Y. He is 100% your Y. Let's mix it up. And good stance. Always starts with the stance for me. Guy's got good stance, balance, so he can come out both left and right. Good steps. Can control the end of the line of scrimmage, work up to the second level. Really good in the blocking game. Loved him from that aspect. In the passing game, not going to separate at the top of his routes, but he's a big body. He'll catch the ball. When he does catch the ball, man, he turns up and tries to bowl people over. I like Sam Roush. I like him as a blocking tight end that can do some stuff. The other thing you have to think about in college football, Mike, is what is wide open in college football, or what is wide open in professional football is covered in college. So he's not getting separation, but he's got that big body.
No, other way around.
What is wide open in
college football?
No, what is wide open in the NFL is completely covered
you're right.
in college. Yeah. So, like, he's not got a lot of separation, but his body's in the right position.
Right.
That's wide open in the NFL.
Right.
In college, they won't throw it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He can stack guys.
Yeah, he can stack because his body's so big.
Right.
He's not running away from anybody.
Once you stack a guy, you're open in the NFL.
Exactly, 100%. Mike.
It's all that Rust tape we watched. And all the times you'd be like,
oh my God,
muttering
throw
yourself, and you'd be
ball,
like, you'd be over there, and you'd be swearing, and
yeah,
like,
I know.
And you'd be
I
like,
do.
come over here, come over here.
I would like to apologize.
And then you'd be like, look how open this guy is. Look, he's got him on his back. He's open. Throw the ball.
Yeah, I would like to apologize to you and anybody else that heard me swearing because I was angry. So I would like to apologize. But Sam Roush, like, if you just want a legit big time Y that can sit down over the ball, he catches the ball. I love the way as soon as he catches it, he turns up, and he's not trying to avoid anybody. He's just going to run you over. And so I really liked him as a blocker, but not going to be a dynamic pass catcher, okay? And then Joe Royer, 6'5", 247, out of Cincinnati, runs fairly well. He's just a position block. He's truly an F. He's not real interested in blocking people. And that's Cincinnati's offense. Like, he is, like, they are a zebra team, meaning 3 wides, and he's not on the line. He's on the line connected to the tackle, but he's off, so he can motion back and forth. So he's truly an F. And more on the cutoff side, he just is not. He's just not a guy that's really interested in blocking people. And he's a decent receiver. I wouldn't call him, I wouldn't call him the most explosive guy, but he's a decent guy. You can have him. And then
We're getting down to the bottom of the bin here. I can tell.
And then I really like this kid. And Cecil,
you really like him more.
Yeah, Cecil gave me this kid. I think this kid is another guy. He's a more explosive Max Schlereth, who I talked about from Ohio State. Tanner Koisel. Oh, I got that right. Tanner Koisel, 6'7", 250. He's a 4'7" kid, so he runs really well. And he does everything for Houston. Like he's a main a run blocker for them, front side, back side. Will motion across in the counter F game. He'll motion across if you're running 14 handoff sift. He'll be the sift that comes across, and he'll put his nose on people. Really like that part of him. I think he could be a better receiver than what he showed. He had 70-some catches in Houston, 74 for 727. But Houston's really weird because, like, I would like to see him when things break down to break away in his routes and stuff. But when the Houston quarterback started scrambling, he's not throwing the ball. So I could see, like, there was like, there's no sense in me doing anything. There's no sense in me exhausting myself, changing this route because this dude ain't going to throw it anyhow. They're a real quarterback run-centric team. A lot of quarterback counter, a lot of, like that dude, when he takes whoever he is, the quarterback, I think he was number 1. They got a tiny little running back, number 44. He's a Lilliputian. I don't know who he is. I think he's a little white dude. He's kind of like what was the guy that Scattaboo? I don't think he's as big as
Scattaboo's a big bruiser type.
Right. I don't think this kid is like quickness and stuff, but he's not afraid to put his nose on people. 44. He reminded me of Scattaboo, only a little bit smaller. But had some quickness to him and some explosiveness to him. And they're a wide open spread, quarterback.
So, all right. So out of all these tight ends, you love Sadiq. Love Sadiq. Out of these other tight ends you looked at, who would you endorse the Broncos picking?
Depends on what you want. You want an F? You want a receiving tight end? I would go Eli Stowers from Vanderbilt. You want a blocking tight end, a guy that can hold on. Like, if you want to really increase your run game and really say, hey, man, we're sold on this, then I would go Sam Roush. If I want duality and a guy that I think can be a really good receiver and also be a threat in the blocking game, then I would go Tanner Koisel. Tanner Koisel.
So,
and he's probably going to be a third day guy. Cecil put me onto this guy because I said, "Hey, Cecil, give me your 5 top tight ends so I can go look at the film because I don't watch a lot of college football." And these are the 5 guys. He goes, "Check out Tanner Koisel because he's going to be a third day draft choice that Cecil likes." And I kind of adhere with Cecil's opinion of this kid. I think this kid could be he's a developmental guy, but I think he could be really good.
You started out by talking about either or. These guys, other than Kenyon Sadiq, are either or tight ends. Which one has the either, but you look at the potential for being able to add the or?
Koisel.
The guy
because he's a dynamic enough athlete to outrun people in the passing game where I really don't think Max Schlereth is.
Right. Okay. Dean Connors, by the way, is that running back that you're talking about.
Dean Connors.
How's
his size? What's Dean Connors' size? He looks like a Lilliputian.
6 feet, 206.
If he's 6 feet, 206, then he's playing with a bunch of 7-foot dudes.
He's from Hawaii.
From Hawaii? Is he a Hawaiian kid?
Yeah. He's from spent 3 years at Rice and then 1 year at Houston.
3 years. So he just went down the street because Rice is in Houston.
Yeah.
He just said, hey, hasta la vista, baby.
That's right.
I'm sick of eating rice. I want some beef.
Boom.
I like him.
Okay.
I don't have any idea where he's ranked, but I liked him on tape.
Could be a undrafted free agent guy.
Could be.
File the name away.
I think he's probably more like 5'9", but listed at
5'9", but listed at 6 feet.
6 foot. That
took some liberties there.
That's playing fast and loose,
Mike.
Mike.
Some liberties there at Houston,
huh? Playing fast and loose, Mike Evans.
So, all right, good job. Excellent job. So start filing away some of these names. at the all-important tight end position. It's not considered a flashy class. It's top-heavy with Kenyon Sadiq. None of these other guys are going to be first-round picks, right?
No, they're. I think most of these other guys are second and third round picks.
Okay, which is fine.
Sure,
I mean, the league is littered with really good.
I just don't think
second and third
people
round
have talked about
tight ends.
People have talked about Sadiq going in at 23, and we had talked earlier in this program, and a couple of weeks ago saying, hey man, I would move from could you move from 20? This before I studied him. Hey, could you move from 30 to 23? Yeah, you could do that and pile some picks together and move up there. Dude, there ain't no way, after watching him on tape and talking to a couple of people that I know in the NFL, ain't no way that dude is dropping to 23.
So let's get to some kind of a combination, 4-down territory, what's trending, some other stories to rip through here as we go through this Tuesday morning. The NFL announced performance-based pay, where players receive more than $542 million based on their performance, okay? This is performance bonuses, okay? It's a collectively bargained benefit that compensates players based on their playing time and salary levels. So this is basically the top overachievers
right
in the NFL. Care to guess who the top 5 Bronco overachievers were? These were the guys that ended up getting the top 5 performance bonuses awarded to them based on what they were making originally, but how they played and performed and overperformed and made themselves eligible for these bonuses.
Okay,
you don't have to get them all in order, but just start tossing.
So I saw something on Riley Moss. So
Riley
I know
Moss
he's on there.
Was number 1. He earned over $1 million in performance bonuses. So, for all the complaining about Riley Moss, dude had an amazing season.
Okay.
And overachieved.
I would say McMillan should be on that list.
He was number 3 on this list. Another guy who had a better than anticipated season.
Okay. Performance bonuses. Anybody else in the back end? Hufunga makes a lot of money, right? He's a free agent, so I don't think he'll be on there.
These are guys that were not making a lot of money to start.
Okay, so let's go. Is there somebody on the defensive line that would it be Franklin Myers?
Nope. He was already making decent money.
Okay, he was making.
Think younger players.
Yeah, younger players. Trying to think.
Very athletic. Had a interception. Ran with the ball in a way that was like, hey, can we put him at tight end?
What's that kid's?
DeAndre Tillman.
Yeah, Tillman.
He was 5th on the list, and then 2 offensive linemen who have since gotten paid.
Okay, so it would be our center, right? Wattenberg and
Palcho.
Oh, that's good. Good for Palcho.
Yeah. So your top 5 performance bonuses went to Riley Moss 1 at a little over $1 million, and then all in about the $800,000 range. These are all bonuses. Nicely done. Get a check. Here you go. Wattenberg, McMillan, Palczewski, Tillman.
You know what? In all seriousness, young players, you should thank us.
Thank
just
you and me?
No, just the older players that paved the way so you guys could get pampered. I'm a little jealous right now.
What kind of performance bonuses did you guys get?
I was young.
There's no such thing.
You got a TV once, didn't you? Oh, that was for a bounty. That's
I got TV. I got bounty TVs.
Was I supposed to say that?
Everybody had bounties. Like everybody goes, Sean Payton was a bounty guy. Stop it. There's not a team in the league. There's not a team. Well, there's not a team in the league that was any good that didn't have a bounty or two. It's just the way it worked.
I know.
I mean, so I'm not gonna lie about it. It wasn't a big whoop. It's just the NFL decided to punish Sean.
They needed. It got to the point where they needed a face for
It's like
the cause.
It's like Spygate. The NFL said to everybody, "Stop doing this. We know you're doing it. Stop doing it. This is the letter that was sent out. We're not going to put up with it anymore." And Bill Belichick said, "Hey, up yours." And so they went out and got him. And it's kind of the same thing that was going on.
Kind of the same thing, yeah. One other thing to talk about here till we get to the top of the hour. I know you guys talked about it yesterday. Have you gotten into this World Baseball Classic?
I have. You know what? I watched some of it, but I haven't. I'm kind of bits and pieces of it, and then, and I kind of forgot about it. And then what Team USA did, with freaking what's his head, who's just a beast pitching.
Mason Miller.
Yeah, well, Miller closed out, but the starter.
Skeens.
Yeah, Skeens.
Oh, dude,
it's just unfair. I just hope. I hope. I mean, I know that he plays for the, he plays for the feeder team of the Yankees, and I'm excited when he signs that. He's going to be the first $1 billion player if he's healthy.
Ooh, you might be right about that. Yeah. So the question is who? Yankees, Dodgers.
Yeah, it's going to be one of
those.
Either
five
Yankees
teams.
or Dodgers.
Probably one of those 4 or 5 teams. Yeah, absolutely. So tonight is the final. USA versus Venezuela.
That should be great. It should be great, man.
I got into it the other night. I was watching the USA Dominican Republic game. That was intense, man. That was intense. I mean, it's kind of weird, having the World Baseball Classic at the start of the season. It's kind of like Daytona. Your Super Bowl of racing, your biggest event is at the start of the season. Makes no sense to me, but that's how they're doing it. It's been really good theater.
Yeah,
really good. And the players, again, it's like what we always talked about during the Olympics. Put your country's name on the front, put USA across the front, and all of a sudden it matters a little bit more. So tonight's the final.
Yeah,
I'll be tuned in.
Yeah, all the Venezuela, like Miguel Cabrera was a Venezuela player. Like they put out Jose Altuve, put out a lot of players over the years. So I don't know. It should be a great one, man.
Yeah,
should be a great.
I'll be flipping around. I'll catch some of that tonight.
I wonder who's the starting pitcher for USA.
I don't know. I haven't.
I don't know
I'll be
either.
watching, but I haven't followed it that closely.
Yeah, me
we
neither.
shall see. Up next, what Mike Klis had to say to us earlier in this show about the Broncos and free agency. It looks like free agency has passed the Broncos by. So, what are their next moves? What is their strategy moving forward? The Avalanche lose at home. Wedgie, the goalie that got pulled this time, how much of it was his fault? And as the Nuggets come out of that key 6-game stretch that saw them go 3-3, what have we learned about this team? That's next.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro is happy hour sports talk built for the modern fan. Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 1043 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 1043 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Cudarelli Vision. Hey, let me tell you my story, and it's just this journey that I've been on. I wore glasses as a kid growing up, and then when I got to the Broncos, I had LASIK surgery, and that was absolutely awesome and lasted for a long time. I had great vision, and then when I got into my mid-50s, I started needing those readers for everything I did. Well, not so much anymore because I went to see Dr. Cudarelli at Cudarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange. And I'm telling you what, it's a game changer for me. Could be for you as well. I don't need reading glasses to look at menus or to watch film or to write down my notes when I'm doing Telestrator Tuesday anymore. And it's all thanks to Dr. Cudarelli. Dr. Cudarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can do what he did for me. He can tell you when it's the right time for you to have RLE. And I'm telling you guys, no readers, no glasses, no contacts, no cataracts. It is a big-time game changer. So check him out at ColoradoRLE.com. He can answer all your questions and tell you if it's the right time for you to have refractive lens exchange. Again, ColoradoRLE.com.
Jacob's Law and 303 Law 4040, the husband and wife law firm where you don't get passed around to a law clerk or some call center overseas. You always get to meet directly with me and my lovely wife, Kimberly. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
Men, we all know how important sex is in a relationship, both for you and your partner. But erectile dysfunction ruins sex, which can often have serious impacts on your relationship as well. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if ED is a problem in your life, you understand the impacts it has on you and the one you love. But I'm here to tell you that ED is a treatable condition, and almost without exception, you can have really good sex again. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men with protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, good sex will be the norm. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a level of intimacy for you and your partner that might just astound you both. It's time to have really good sex again, so call us. Just $99 gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Xfinity Tech Support. I can't get Jurassic Park back online without... But no worries. Our Wi-Fi boosted mobile keeps you connected in all kinds of places.
Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Learn more at XfinityMobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Exfinity. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026. Taxes, fees, extra.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and Pepsi at King Soopers, 15051 East 104th Avenue in Commerce City, Tuesday, March 17th from 3 to 5 p.m. Stop by for your chance to win tickets to Tuesday night's Nuggets game and sample Gatorade's low sugar line. Don't miss it.
When you want a new car, you want it now. That's why AutoNation moves at the speed of savings. Right now, put your tax refund to work at AutoNation. Even drive with 0 down plus 0 payments till June. No speed bumps, no detours, just great prices on new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Save on thousands of vehicles with 0 down plus 0 payments till June. Act fast, save now at your nearest AutoNation store. 60-month max term financing on approved credit. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details. Expires 3/31/26.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. Raw emotion.
I'm crying right now. I have tears in my eyes. These are legitimate David Edelman tears.
Deceptive tactics.
I'm not falling for that Louisiana draw country boy, not that bright. I'm not falling for it anymore.
And thick accents.
Ask Stoke to say groin for me, will you please?
Groin.
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 Groin. Groin. So it's not groin, it's groin.
Groin.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Yeah, here we go on this Tuesday. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm not one of those all decked out in green type, Richie will be all decked out in green. He takes
He may dress up as a leprechaun.
He takes his he can pull it off.
Yeah.
He takes this kind of stuff seriously. He loves to play cosplay. He loves whatever the theme is of a particular day. He'll lean into it big time.
Right.
So don't be surprised. I don't.
You're not a cosplay guy, are you?
No.
Me neither.
I did have a famous St. Patrick's Day. This is always a day that
You had a famous?
I had for this station, long time ago.
Oh, when you got hammered?
I got hammered on the air.
Right.
It was back in like, I think it was like 1999. And so the idea was, cheap radio bit, but it was awesome. The idea was that St. Patrick's Day ranks only behind New Year's Eve when it comes to
the drunkest day of the year?
The drunkest day. Binge drinking. People binge drinking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just getting hammered fast.
Right.
So we wanted to show, because we figured, hey, it might serve a little public service interest and then also be good radio. Mm-hmm. Let's show what happens as I binge drink throughout the course of the morning and how it affects me.
Good thinking.
Yeah. And so we started at
The guy is drunk.
6 o'clock in the morning. I just started pounding shots and beers, and we had a policeman here in studio, not here, but our old studio, checking my blood alcohol content throughout the course, and it was I got hammered.
What's your ending blood alcohol?
So I think if you're legally impaired, it's like
0.08, I believe is
or I thought that was 0.3.
No. Like I think
impaired.
I think 0.8 is legally drunk.
I was 0.08 and climbing by the end of the show.
No,
I was.
Maybe I'm wrong. I think
it's lower than that. I think it's 0.03, and then anyway, I was hammered, and that was the idea. The idea was it's A, entertaining, but B, also maybe a few people over the next couple of days said, hey, you did help serve. I did think of you.
So what did you do after? What did you do after the show?
I literally had to be carried, like arms over two people's shoulders, and they brought me down to we had like a little locker room downstairs, and they just laid me down, and I passed out for a few hours.
And then what?
Then I had to get a ride home because I was still drunk.
Right.
So
then you had to get a ride back to the station the next day?
No, I don't know how we did it.
Had somebody drive your car home for you?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Two people brought me home.
Nice.
I was, hammered.
You were poop-faced.
I was hammered. So I did that on St. Patrick's Day, I think it was 1999.
That's before any of your kids were born, right?
Correct.
Right.
Yes, not exactly a great.
It's a good,
maybe a little bit of
lesson.
a role model.
It's a good lesson.
So anybody, you have to be a long time listener of the Fan, but maybe just maybe you remember that day.
You do anything for St. Patrick's Day now you're going to do anything today?
No.
Maybe eat a bowl of Lucky Charms or something? No?
Charms, really? No. Probably do the corned beef a little later in the week. Definitely. We do the corned beef corned beef and cabbage every year.
Do you?
Oh, I love corned beef. Love corned beef.
Right. Yeah, I thought that corned beef. You know why corned beef? Do you know how it becomes corned beef?
No, never really thought about it.
No, do you have any theories on why corned beef? See, I thought it was just beef they fed corn. Just simply all they did was feed corn to it.
Uh-huh.
That would make sense, right?
Sure.
Corned beef, but that's not why. Do you know how corned beef becomes corned beef?
I do not know.
So when they essentially, I guess, I don't know what the right word is or terminology, somebody can correct me, but like when they cured the beef, like they had these big kernels of salt that were like the size of corn salt kernels that cured the beef, so they called it corned beef.
Yeah.
How about that?
Okay. I love, by the way, when you get a good corned beef, like in the crock pot or whatever, and then you get down to the bottom. When you get down to the bottom, it's like a little extra salty.
Yeah, where all the corn is.
Ooh. Tasty.
Salt corn.
Tasty.
Yeah.
Very tasty. All right, lot to get to today. So happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. And if you are going out tonight, do be careful because there is a tendency to want to go fast and hard when it comes to.
The guy is drunk.
Right.
Just be careful. Just be careful. And if you remember me back in 1999 on these airwaves, let that be a lesson to you.
Okay.
Let that be a lesson. We had our visit with Mike Klis earlier today, and this kind of goes with your theory, by the way, okay? And we'll get to your theory about the Broncos and free agency because I hadn't thought about it, but boy, you're making a lot of sense, although your theory probably isn't going over well with Broncos country and more specifically Bo Nix fans. We'll get to that in a second. But the idea that the Broncos haven't done much, they haven't gone out and added a running back, they haven't gone out and added a wide receiver, they haven't gone out and added a tight end. Might it be because of guys like Evan Ingram who they think have a lot more to give in this upcoming season?
Dallas Goedert, they discussed him, but they didn't get in on him. Ultimately, they decided they preferred Evan Ingram in his second year versus breaking in a new tight end in, year one with the Sean Payton system.
Here's some more from Klis talking about Evan Ingram and what he might be able to bring in year two.
Davis Webb really likes Evan Ingram. I think there's a chance there's a better Evan Ingram, more productive Evan Ingram in year two than year one with Davis Webb calling the plays.
So the idea was, the theme, the headline going into the offseason was, let's get more talent around Bo. But all the Broncos have done is bring back all the talent that was already there.
Yeah, but that was our theme. That was Stokley's theme. That was your theme. That was my theme.
I know, but that was the consensus theme out there for Broncos country, Broncos media.
Sure.
Okay?
100%. Whether it was Klis or whether it was us on this station or The Drive with Zach and Phil or Cecil and Dover or anybody who talks Broncos. That was the theme. But you never heard that theme come out of Dove Valley. What's it now? Is it Common?
That would be Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit.
I had the Common Spirit down. So that wasn't coming from them. That was
make
coming.
Sure we get invited back this.
Yeah, that was coming from us, and so anyhow, again, like my theory is they think they're pretty decent. They didn't think anybody was a significant upgrade, or they didn't want to pay for a significant upgrade. And I do think a lot of this comes down to we've compiled, 9 picks? We've gotten out from the Russell Wilson, headache and the Russell Wilson cap detriment that we were under. We've regained all our picks that we gave up for Russ, that we gave up for Sean, so now we are loaded with picks. And we believe we're better than everybody else when it comes to evaluating, and for good reason. Bo Nix was rated by many as a second-round pick, and we took him at the 6th quarterback taken, 12th overall, and people ridiculed the Broncos. How were they talking about Bo Nix after he outdueled Josh Allen? So for good reason. And you think about Mike, Sean Payton, and he's the common factor here. Think about all the picks they had in New Orleans that just panned out, and they went year after year after year. Now, they had Drew Brees, but that was a guy that failed the physical. He had a chance to go to Miami, and they said, no, thank you. We'd rather have Dante Culpepper. And so they had the quarterback. Well, okay, year 3, do we have the quarterback? It looks like we have the quarterback. And Sean Payton, the big deal was, I go back to, and I've sat down and talked to him about this 2017 draft class that they took, where they took Marshawn Lattimore, I believe, and they got, I think Ramczyk. They went out and got Kamara. Taron Armstead, I think, was a 3rd-round pick who developed into a Hall of Fame left tackle. They got Jari Evans. They got Marcus Colston. They got the cat. Oh, I can never remember his name. Thomas, wasn't it Thomas that was the receiver for a couple of years in the 2nd round out of Ohio State? That was just unbelievable.
The 17 draft was Lattimore, Ramczyk, Kamara, Alex Anzalone.
Yeah,
Trey Hendrickson.
Anzalone's great. Trey Hendrickson's, look at this draft class. And so, the common denominator here,
Michael Thomas was the year before.
Yeah, Michael Thomas. But the common denominator here is Sean Payton. And Sean Payton feels like, and for good reason, I'm better at this. He'll tell you he's better at this than most other organizations.
George Payton will tell you he's better than this than most general managers when it comes to evaluating talent.
Go look at George Payton as the assistant GM all those years, the head of scouting in Minnesota, where they had second and third rounders that became all-pro players on a consistent basis. They did it all the time. So these two are a dynamic duo, and they're looking at it like, man, we are solid. We got one of the best rosters in football. Now we're going to add our talent based on our talent evaluation in this draft, and we're going to come away with a couple of dynamic players that are going to contribute as rookies.
Plus, we already have our evaluation of the young players we've brought in the last couple of years, and we think those players, based on our evaluation, will continue to get better.
Yes.
And that was and look, I love your theory that for everybody else it was you got to go bring in better weapons for Bo. Their theory is Bo, and I want to stress this. This isn't like bashing on Bo.
No.
It's just the idea that Bo will only get better. Bo in year 3 will only get better. That's typically when a quarterback in one offense makes the leap. And so why should we go out and overpay for guys that we don't think are better than the guys that are here right now, paired up with Bo Nix in year 3, and maybe what Davis Webb will bring, a little different look to the offense. We think we're good, man.
Right.
We think we're good, and we don't feel the need to go out and overpay.
Right.
Give A+ money to, I guess in their opinion, B- C+ players.
Right. The one place that I am a little bit, I guess, concerned about is the running back room. Like I would like our tight end room to be a little bit more dynamic and have a little bit more versatility, but the running back room scares me a little bit, right? Because I don't think R.J. Harvey's ready for primetime first and second down attempts. I think he's right now at this point in his career, and I'm not saying that he can't get there, but I think he's more of a third down back. Okay. And I love J.K. Dobbins. And do I think a healthy J.K. Dobbins is equivalent to Travis now Etienne or to Walker? I think they're close. And here's the other thing, man. Like I did Jacksonville games early. They were really hoping that Bashal Tootin, thank you, that Bashal Tootin.
Is that something you guys did the other day?
Yeah.
I love it.
All right.
Love it.
Right. Isn't it great?
Loving it.
So they really.
Who they like?
This kid is dynamic. He's a tough inside runner he was the fastest guy at the combine from the running back room the year before. That's Bashal Tootin. Wow. That one.
That was Schlereth-esque.
Yeah. That was, talk about explosion. That's spackling porcelain right there. So, and then they got
Took
this.
it too far. You always take it too far.
LeQuint Allen they really liked, and they had what was the cat's name? Bigsby that they traded to Philadelphia. Tank Bigsby.
Tank.
But they were really early looking to replace Travis. Like make him more of a come in for one of these other guys early in the season. And then I know talking to Seattle folks during the course of the season that they were considering trading Walker.
Right.
Before he hit free agency. And so what if you had gotten a phone call, if you're the Broncos and you've gotten a phone call mid-season from Seattle about any interest in Walker in making a trade, and you're looking, because they've traded before, right? George Payton's traded with John Schneider, the GM of Seattle. So what if you had gotten that phone call and you're like, man, they fleeced us the last time, and he's on the market, and now all of a sudden free agency hits and he's $15 million a year, and you said they were trying to move him last year.
Well, it's a fair point, and for all the talk about why they didn't go out and sign a free agent running back, you're allowed to draft a running back this year, and that running back could turn out to be every bit as good or better than these guys you passed on in free agency. And I'll remind everybody that only ETN was drafted in the first round, and that was late in the first round. He went 25th overall.
Right.
Every other guy that we've been putting on our big boards and pining for, and you got to go get this guy. These guys were all second, third. Rico Dowdle was undrafted. So there's every reason to believe that your answer to adding to the running back room is in this draft class.
Right. All right, so later on in the week, I'm going to start digging into running backs, but I've done two. I've done two running backs so far, Mike, in this draft, and they're both the Notre Dame guys. Jeremiah Love, you're not going to get him.
Right.
He's going to be, top 10 pick.
Right. He's the Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson of this.
That's obvious.
I like him. I don't think he's as dynamic an athlete as those guys. I don't. But he's the thing I love about Notre Dame, and say what you want about Notre Dame, and I know a lot of people hate Notre Dame. Notre Dame, they run their run game, and I don't know if it's the same O-line coach they've had forever, but whoever's in charge of their run game, they're a downhill, between the tackles run team. So
Evans.
Sorry, Sean. I didn't mean to say downhill. They're a between the tackles run game, and good pickup, Ty. They're a downhill run game. But they're between the tackles, and I think their run game probably is one of the teams that's closer to what NFL teams run. Like when I watched Houston, and I told you I like that kid from Houston, dude, they're all zone read, QB run. They're all like, hey, that's the best player on the team right there. We're not going to block him, and I hate that crap, but that's college football. So I've looked at Jeremiah Love, and it's Jadarian Price, and I love schematically kind of how they run the ball. And Jadarian Price is a guy that has gotten some run as a late first rounder, maybe second round guy. So we can do another Telestrator Tuesday, maybe later on in the week. I'll look at a few more backs. I'll get a list from my guy Cecil.
All right.
I'll check in with my guy Cecil about texting me running backs to look at.
Well, he gave you a tight end list that you worked hard on earlier today.
I've seen a lot of quarterbacks without their shirt on.
And we'll recap what Mark had to see and find about some of these tight ends that we're going to be talking about as we look ahead to the draft. Other stuff happening. The Avalanche at home yesterday get blown out by Pittsburgh. Did not see that one coming. They lose 7-2. Scott Wedgwood was the goalie that got pulled in this game early on, but Jared Bednar says not his fault.
Defended hard, but the goals and chances that were given up are just blatant. Guys getting beat, guys getting out-competed, just not digging in enough, and we're giving up easy chances. And they're like, that start is not on Wedgie at all. Like, what's he going to do? Like, some of the chances that we're giving up are guys all alone at the net front, kind of the same as Edmonton. We just talked about it, right? So
the question is this, is this something that we should panic about with the goaltending? Is this more about the way that they're playing defensively? And the way that they're playing defensively, is this the bump in the road, or is this something that goes a lot deeper and could really, really end up dooming this Avalanche season? Here was Nathan McKinnon. This is Nathan McKinnon. All right, so this is a guy who's out there, he's playing, and he usually is a pretty straight shooter about what's going on. Here is his take on what has happened of late with the Avalanche defensively.
We've just been making so many mistakes. We got a lot of new guys and a lot of old guys out, so it's tough. 7D, I don't like 7D. I think different D pairs every shift is not great. Different forward lines a lot of the time with 11, so the flow's off for sure. A lot of new faces, and 11 and 7 isn't what we do.
So, the Avalanche, even with some of their defensive problems of late, are still the number one defensive team in the NHL. Fewest goals allowed. Number one. So what has happened of late, and there has been a lot of guys left open, a lot of mistakes.
Sure.
A lot of odd man rushes. A lot of guys all of a sudden are open and wide open in front of goaltenders. And we've seen goaltenders get pulled and goaltenders get ripped, and now we're wondering whether or not the Avs have enough goaltending to win a Stanley Cup. But I guess my question is, after listening to McKinnon, a reason or an excuse?
No, it's
what we're seeing.
It's a reason. There's a couple things that resonate with me. One, he said, 7 Ds. Like rotation of 7 different defensive guys, right? Is that a criticism of your coaching? Is that a criticism of Bednar? Like an unintentional criticism of Bedsy?
Well, when if that was their strategy for the way they decided to split up their skaters yesterday,
they said, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Yeah. So he doesn't.
He flat out said, I don't like it.
Right.
Now,
so there's some questions there.
There's some questions there, but is it an acknowledgement of where we are as a roster now that we're kind of forced to go with that?
Let me ask you this.
But that's not the long-term plan.
I'm going to use my football mentality.
All
right. And so, go back to what you know the best. What do they always say about playoff football, Mike? Say playoff football, what travels? Defense, and they say the run game travels during the playoffs, right?
Sure.
Right? There's physicality travels.
Sure.
So, the Avalanche, come playoff time, do you need to and can you change your identity? You can win a lot of games by outskating people and having the talent that they have, which is, you cannot argue the talent. You cannot argue the talent of Bakar. You can't argue the talent of McKinnon. You can't argue the talent that they have. But come playoff time, you better have some grit, and you turn the ball over or turn the puck over like they have and get those odd man rushes and all that stuff. You do not have the goaltending to play the way you play.
Well, it's funny you say that. Here was more from Bednar.
The disappointing part for me is you're down 4-2. You like what you're doing offensively. You should come out in the second with a push, and our game went completely the opposite way. 3 shots, no push, one and done on every entry, and just looked like we wanted to try and skill our way through it, and they just played the right way the whole game. And
there you go.
There you go.
I mean, you want to talk about
but the skill is great when somebody is going to try to match you skill for skill. Let me tell you what nobody's going to try to do with the Avalanche come playoff time. They're not going to try to match you skill for skill because they don't have the same skill level you do.
Right.
And when he says, the compete level or competed, that term, it was on the broadcast a lot last night. The compete level.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? Or
yeah.
Competed? Is competed correct? Because he said competed. In the first clip you played, Bedsy said competed.
Oh, yeah, but if you're talking about
they were more competitive, sounds better to me than they out-competed us.
Oh, I kind of like the compete level. I like that. I like that. That applies to a lot of sports. How is your compete level? That almost sounds better than how is your competitiveness?
Compete level sounds wrong. Now, again,
I like compete level.
Okay, I'm not saying that it's not likable. I'm saying that as a dyslexic kid from Alaska, it just sounds wrong to me.
No, I think in this case
maybe that's just me because of my my issues.
Yeah, because you're thinking that can't be right. I'm telling you, I kind of like it, and I don't suffer from that.
All right, so maybe in the next segment, I'll work in a compete level.
I like that.
Okay, but I tell you what, if we talk about the Nuggets, I can work in a compete level.
Well, we can do that coming up. Also, but yeah, to his point, if you want to put together a short list of the 2 or 3 reasons why the Avalanche too many times have come up short in the playoffs, put trying to outskill people on your top 3 list of reasons why.
Right.
That they have
I think that's
run up against
one of the reasons
where they try to outskill the other guy.
I think that's one of the reasons they went out and got, Waugh because
Kadri.
he's a bigger dude.
Yep.
Kadri because Kadri's not the biggest dude, but Kadri's got some. Kadri reminds me a little bit of Cody.
Yes.
Right. Right. He's got a little angry small dog in him.
Yes.
Gnaw on your Achilles.
And you know what Kadri has? What does he have? A high
boo rating?
No.
Oh.
We just got done talking about it.
He's high?
No.
What? He's got
a
high compete
he was
level.
high. Yeah.
I didn't even need to wait to the next segment.
There you go.
Winning. Winning.
Coming up next, let's talk about the compete level of these Nuggets. And I'm going to tell you why. I know that the 3-3 and the way it went down with the Lakers left a sour taste in everybody's mouth. I'm going to tell you why I'm actually encouraged by what I saw in this recent stretch. That's next.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammey and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate, intelligent, and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55-plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Progressive knows life takes you in many directions.
Bear right at exit 32, then begin to wonder why you never bought a fish tank. In 1.3 miles, you'll realize you've been mispronouncing epitome your whole life. At the roundabout, you will remember you said something at dinner you wish you hadn't and will think about it for decades. You have arrived at your destination, but it turns out there really is no destination and life just keeps going.
Wherever life takes you, protect your home and auto with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Jacob's Law and 303 Law 4040, the husband and wife law firm where you don't get passed around to a law clerk or some call center overseas. You always get to meet directly with me and my lovely wife, Kimberly. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040.
It's time to upgrade your arsenal with the Shields Field and Range Sale Event. Save on your favorite brands in ammo, firearms, optics, and more. You'll have to hurry, though. This sale only runs through March 22nd. Plus, with your Shields Visa, you'll earn an extra 10 points for every $1 spent on Vortex products at Shields, which means you'll earn even more My Rewards gift cards. Visit Shields or Shields.com and save now through March 22nd.
Didn't meet your goals in January? At Low T Center, we're extending our free testosterone test. No risks, no commitments, just answers. Low T Center also works with most insurance plans and continues to be the most trusted name in TRT. Book an appointment today at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com.
High five! Up top!
Dave's company just got the 5-year price lock guarantee from Comcast Business. Yeah! It's 5 years of gig speed internet, advanced security, and a great rate that won't change. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Heck yeah!
He hasn't given this many high fives since Deborah brought in her famous banana bread.
Yes!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities.
And it's hurting, but I am not stopping.
Woo! For a limited time, now through March 29th. Switch to Comcast Business to lock in your rate for 5 years and get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Or ask how to get started with 150 megabit internet and Security Edge for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Don't wait. Call today. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year contract required for guaranteed rate. Paperless billing and automatic payments with bank account required. 5-year pricing applies to monthly service charge, excluding taxes and fees.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's powered by Hellsberg. Shop and store are at hellsberg.com.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Wednesday night on ESPN Denver 1600. CSU basketball faces St. Joseph starting at 8:30.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Short-term memory loss.
I don't remember. What was the reason I gave for earlier?
Oh, my goodness. Okay. I don't remember what you said. You think I remember the reason?
Ironclad sources.
One of the biggest haters in my life, my wife. My wife. She will even vouch for that story.
And spontaneous karaoke.
New additions like Ronnie, Bobby,
Ricky and Mike.
If I like a girl who can cool it now.
Slow it down.
Watch out, I'm gonna lose control.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Good Tuesday morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody out there. No Stoke today. I'm back, but Stoke's still off today. Somebody asked on the text line, did you guys get rid of Stoke? Or even worse, did Cody finally get the best of Stoke?
Yeah. You never know. Stoke, for all we know, Cody could have attacked. Stoke could be in the ICU right now, trying to recover. It could happen.
Good.
It could happen. We don't know.
Listen, when Cody bit Stoke,
he
tasted blood.
That's right.
He got a taste of Stoke's blood.
That's right.
And once you get that taste.
Right. They often say, you get that taste for blood, you got to put the guy down. And so maybe Lana put down Stoke because I think Cody's number. Yeah, Cody's number one in that.
Oh, listen,
relationship.
if Lana had to choose,
right,
Stoke.
Hey,
been good knowing you. It was a good run.
Yeah,
but nobody.
Screw you, Evans.
Nobody comes ahead of Cody.
No,
nobody.
Nope.
Nobody. So the Nuggets tonight will be taking on Philadelphia without, shocking, Joel Embiid. 7th straight year that Joel Embiid will have not played
in Denver.
Now, I love making fun of Joel Embiid as much as the next person, but in this case, he has been out since February 26th with an oblique injury. So it's not like he's
that is
played the other day and will probably play on Thursday, and he's load management for this one.
So he's been out since when?
February 26th.
With an oblique. All right,
yes.
Well, it's only 3 weeks, right?
Right.
Did he have is it like a kidney transplant? Did he have an oblique transplant? Was it?
He's Embiid is just, you can just tell. They're just, and these are the guys, these are the athletes. Yeah, Juwan James here as well. You have been gifted with so much. We as just the normal fans out here who love sports see the gifts that some of these athletes are given and how they just squander them, waste them, just aren't interested in making the most of them. And that's Joel Embiid.
Yeah, some guys don't. They're just not passionate about it. It's just not, they do it because they are so gifted. And the old saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. When you don't have to develop any toughness because you're just better than everybody else,
right.
You're just naturally gifted, and then it gets tough, those guys are like, this is hard. I don't like this. It's never been hard for me before.
And that's why Joel Embiid gets and deserves so much criticism, because the average sports fan out there is like, if I was lucky enough to be gifted with those kind of skills,
right,
I wouldn't waste them. Do you realize, you ready for this, Mr. Mark Schlereth, who never wanted to let down his teammates, which is why you'd play injured?
Sure.
Rush back from a surgery to play. As of now, right now, Joel Embiid has played in 485 regular season games. He has missed 485 regular season games. Amazing.
Tough son of a gun.
I mean, that's why people deservedly so mock this guy.
Yeah, well, and you should, because he's not.
Because you can't tell me this is a guy who has this kind of a split, games played, games missed, and is somebody who is just flat out unlucky and just works and puts in everything possible to try to come back, and he's just been unlucky. I don't buy it.
We just used to call them 100%ers.
Yep.
Guys that just won't play unless they, oh, no, it's not quite right. It's not quite this. It's not quite that. It's not quite, I mean, you can have that dude.
By the way, so let's get back to the Nuggets. I'm just kind of curious, what was the talk, I guess, yesterday about this 3-3 stretch that we thought
we did not really.
It was set up with the idea. This 6-game stretch.
I said they had to go 4-2.
Right. This 6-game stretch would tell us, are they more of a second or third seed, or are they more of a play-in team? This 6-game stretch.
Mm-hmm.
They end up going 3-3. So what do you think they are?
More of a play-in team. I think they're good enough, Mike, to compete for the Western Conference Finals and go to the NBA Finals. I think they've got that level of talent. I think sometimes their compete level is not where it needs to be.
Boom.
And I think their toughness is not where it needs to be. And then I think sometimes their adjustments and their coaching is not where it needs to be. And listen, man, like I've been really invested watching them, and I get very frustrated. The lackadaisical nature that you come out with and give up 20 points like you did again, or give up a 20-point lead like you did against San Antonio, like you did against the Lakers. At some point, bang a timeout and have a rage timeout. Get after people. When you are, and I got this a bunch. I got this from Jake Shapiro. I was like, quit shooting threes on social media. And Jake was like, percentage-wise, they're the best three-point shooting team. When it's not going down, tell you what, let's get to the rim. Let's find an offensive rhythm. Let's get some confidence, right? And then let's go back to shooting threes. But there's no adjustment. There's no timeout. What are we doing, you guys? You roll down, you get a rebound, you get a fast break, and somebody pulls up and clanks another three. No, get to the 10. And then a guy like Murray, who takes some unorthodox shots, and when they're falling, Mike, I am the biggest cheerleader in the world. But the other night against the Lakers, he went 1 for 14, and he kept taking these off-balance, awkward-looking shots. And here is a guy, like at some point, guess what? Your shot's not falling, and when it is, you're undefendable, okay? But when it's not, guess what? Be a scorer. Get to the foul line. You went 1 for 14 in that game against the Lakers, and you fouled out. 1 for 14, and how many times do you think you went to the charity stripe? 3.
Mm-hmm.
Make a flippin' adjustment, Nuggets.
See, I actually came out of this stretch more encouraged than I thought I would be with a 3-3 below the last game of this stretch against the Lakers. If you had told me that would have been the scenario, I probably would have been like, ugh, this team. But they're not perfect. They're flawed. But those back-to-back wins over Houston and San Antonio really got my attention. And if you're talking about, are they closer to being a second or third seed, or are they closer to being a play-in team? I think the fact that they sent that message by beating Houston and San Antonio, I understand that they blew the game against the Lakers, but is Jamal Murray going to go 1 for 14 most games? No. Aaron Gordon looks like he's coming back strong, and Nikola Jokic looks like he's rounding back into form. Did you see his numbers against those 4 teams? OKC, Houston, San Antonio, and the Lakers. He averaged 26 points, 15 rebounds, 13 assists per game in those 4 games, and he shot 55% from the field. So he's coming back. So I come away from that stretch feeling more encouraged than discouraged.
Okay, so I would tell you, as a talent, as talented as they are, and the pieces they have in place, I'd say they were closer to a 1 or 2 seed, or a 2 or 3 seed, right? Yeah. From a coaching standpoint, from an adjustment standpoint, And from a mental toughness standpoint, I'd say they're more a play-in team. And I think that's how I would break them down. And I will tell you this, very much like what we just heard from the Avalanche, okay? Nikola Jokic, it's not just the triple-doubles. That dude has been, like, possessed. And he gets pissed. And he goes, can somebody else have the same level of intensity that I've seen from Nikola? Anybody, anyone, Bueller. Can we get one other dude to step up and have that kind of intensity and that kind of just like the aura that he brings on the court? Because everybody else just kind of waits for, all right, let's wait for Joker to get mad. Maybe here in the fourth quarter we can mount a comeback from the devastating lead we've given up. I don't know. I'm right now, the Nuggets are in trouble with me.
Okay. Lot to react to. Been a busy hour. A lot of Broncos conversation along with the Avs, the Nuggets. Let's open up the text line. Give you a chance to react next.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. Let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain, worried about need surgery. I'm not taking all those habit-forming medications. Well, my guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. Here's the best part. You can do what I did. Start your journey toward pain-free today. That's right. Same-day appointments. They'll see you today. They're a phone call away. 303-367-2225. 303-367-BACK. Spine One is a complete medical center. They've got exams, MRIs, x-rays, physical therapies, treatment options, all in one facility. And one of the things I loved is sitting down with a doctor, going over my MRIs, showing me why I'm in so much pain, and then giving me treatment options for my debilitating back pain. Guys, I was checked out of life. I quit doing things I like to do. I quit playing golf, quit going to the gym. I couldn't sleep through the night. It was miserable. If you live in excruciating pain, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your whole day is centered around your pain. Don't live that way any longer. Same-day appointments. Start your journey toward pain-free today. Hey, man, I'm back in the gym. I'm back on the course. I'm sleeping through the night, and it's all due to my friends at Spine One. 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK, or you can find them online at spineone.com.
Dynasties are rare. They take consistency, integrity, and a commitment that spans generations. Silterhar Motors has been Colorado's most trusted dealership for 66 years. That's not luck, that's a dynasty. Built on doing business the right way, treating customers like neighbors. While the madness unfolds on the court, Truck Month is happening. Get 0% financing for 72 months, 0 down, and you won't make a payment for 90 days on select F-150s. Plus, get up to $6,000 cash back on popular Ford Explorer and Broncos. See their full inventory at sthmotors.com. Silterhar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. Thank you, Ty, for turning on my mic. I appreciate that. Recently talking to my buddy Hansford, Troy Hansford, told me that this housing market has just been crazy over the last couple of years, going from the hottest it's ever been to, prices declining and tons of inventory on the market. Hey man, if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now's the time to sell it. Still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my buddy Troy's still offering his $5,000 guarantee. If you can't sell your house at the price you agree upon, plus the timeline you agree upon, he's going to cut you a check for $5,000. Come on, nobody else makes that offer. He makes that offer because he continues to spend a boatload of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy. So you have a house to sell. Troy probably has the perfect value for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to dial him up at 720-900-4433. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash. You can close in as little as 7 days. Hey, you want to sell your house for the most money? Call my buddy Troy. 720-900-4433. That's Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy. 720-900-4433.
When it comes to your home, draft the best in the game. If you're planning a custom build, a full remodel, or adding an ADU, you need a team that executes. Able Builders builds custom homes, minor or major renovations, and accessory dwelling units with precision, communication, and craftsmanship that shows up on game day. Plan, build, deliver. When you're making a big investment, you want experience on your side. And when it's time to choose your builder,
bring Able to the table.
Call 303-590-5600.
Low testosterone can be a real problem for many men. It causes poor sleep patterns, decreased energy, low sex drive, and it makes it really hard to stay in shape. And as we all know, a healthy body is very important to our overall health and well-being. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if some or all of these symptoms sound like you, we can likely help you be done with low T. We can also help you lose weight, support your metabolism, improve your gains in the gym, and more with our new targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more. Our low T protocols, applied in conjunction with our body composition plans, will help most men see real improvements, true weight loss, higher energy, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and a renewed sex drive as well. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Is your money doing everything it can for you? Like automatically pushing more of your money to savings every day?
I don't think so.
Then switch to Huntington Bank. And let's get more from money. Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and Pepsi at King Soopers, 15051 East 104th Avenue in Commerce City, Tuesday, March 17th from 3 to 5 p.m. Stop by for your chance to win tickets to Tuesday night's Nuggets game and sample Gatorade's low sugar line. Don't miss it.
Passive aggression.
Oh, Mark. Sweet, naive, childlike Mark.
Culinary techniques.
So you got the crawfish, you got the tail, you pinch, twist, and some people like to slurp it. You're a slurper.
And backhanded apologies.
You know what? I would like to officially apologize to you, Mike. You were right. I was wrong. You're smart. I'm dumb. You're skinny. I'm fat.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Let's hear from you great listeners. I'm back. Stoke's still off. He'll be back later this week. Unless Cody got him. Cody got him.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. Cody could have taken him down.
Should we do a wellness check on Stoke?
Yeah.
Stoke, are you okay?
Right.
Did Cody get you? Well, if he did, he can't respond.
No.
To reach out to Lana. Let's see. Let's get into some of your reaction here on the RamosLaw.com text line. This is from Miranda P. I like your rookie running back conversation, but rookie running backs are largely not as productive in their rookie season as much as the Broncos need one to be this season. So the idea is you can find a good rookie running back, or you can find a good running back in the draft, but you have to temper your expectations for season one and for what the Broncos need to upgrade their running back room. They can't afford that to wait.
Okay, so I think I think it's a great point. Although I think there's a history of rookie running backs being very effective in their first year. And I also think that it's probably diminished. And I don't know this. I'm just spitballing here because I don't know. I don't have any data on this whatsoever. But I think it's probably diminished over the years simply because the college game is so different than the NFL game that a lot of these guys don't develop the skills required to be every down backs. Right? They don't have the blitz pickup or the passing game down. So it's really hard to put a dude in that becomes very one-dimensional. So it's hard to develop a three-down back when, hey, man, this guy's a good first and second down back, but he's never really been involved in the passing game. Or this guy's a really good in the passing game, but he's never been a first and second down type of guy. And then the college game, like I said, is where a lot of the game is spread. You've got the super wide side of the field, so a lot of those runs don't translate to the NFL. You get in 3-by-1 formations from the opposite hash, and it feels like 40 yards on the other side of the football field where we can just outrun dudes. That doesn't happen in the NFL. It's just not the same. So I would agree with Miranda Rights.
Yes. Here's another one. On the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Guys, the more time goes by, should every voter who voted for Joel Embiid during his MVP season be more and more ashamed of themselves?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yes. Great text there.
Right.
If you voted for Joel Embiid to win the MVP.
By the way, your vote for Joel Embiid was really your disdain, and you didn't want to vote for the Joker and have him win 4 in a row. That's really what it was.
And it wasn't even, I don't think, disdain for Jokic. It was just, well, we gotta give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
It's somebody else's turn.
Yeah.
That was the it's somebody else's turn vote. And if you are voting, if you're one of the lucky ones who gets a chance to vote for a prestigious award and you base your vote on, well, it's somebody else's turn,
right,
you should be stripping your vote immediately.
Right. I am tired. I am worn out. And oh, by the way, I know his game is sublime, but I don't like it. It's not above the rim enough. He had a breakaway the other day and went one-handed dunk on it. And like it was one of those, when you first, you don't know about this, but when you first start dunking,
Yeah.
Okay, when you first start dunking and you finally get that where the ball is like, the rim is just barely rejecting you, and then you finally get that one that barely, like you just barely get it over the rim, and you flush it, but the rim catches a little bit of it, and you're like, that was my, like legitimately my first dunk, and then, that's what Joker's dunk
I got to
like.
experience what it was like to dunk one time in my life.
Really?
So my next door neighbor, Andy Early.
Legend.
Oh,
yeah.
To say that guy was my idol is not enough to.
Really?
I mean,
was he the same age as you?
No, he was like
a little bit older.
He was old. Like, so when I was like 8th grade, he was a senior in high school, leading the Timberlane Owls to back-to-back state championships in basketball. So this guy was my idol.
Right.
Okay?
This guy could. This guy could.
He was a hooper.
He was a hooper.
Okay. So he had a basket in his old school. Had the basket up on a tree.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
All right.
But the way the tree was, as we discovered as we got older, it was like three trees growing out of one stump.
Right.
And the basket was on the forward-facing tree.
Right.
Well, there was a natural foothold about 2 or 3 feet up in the tree where the 3 trees grew out of. And so as we got older, we discovered you could put your foot in there and then launch yourself up and be able to dunk.
Uh-huh.
And so I was able to just dunk on a 10-foot rim. It was awesome. What a feeling.
Yeah.
What a feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the only time I've ever been able to do it in my life. But what a feeling. For all of you out there who can dunk on a 10, man, I'm jealous.
Yeah,
I got to experience it before then we tore the rim down because we kept dunking all the time.
Right, yeah.
But, yeah.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It's
But it
gonna
was the only time I ever got a chance to dunk. Can you still dunk?
Now?
No, now you could.
No, I mean, I can't jump over a sheet of paper now. I mean,
that's true. With those
like,
knees.
No.
Oh, man.
Sean, dunking left me probably around year 3 or 4 in the NFL.
It's been 84 years.
Yeah.
Since I was able to dunk.
You could dunk early on even as an offensive lineman in the NFL, you could still dunk
early
on.
Oh, yeah.
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 I was young once.
290, I could still.
Two-hand?
Yeah, I could bear, but it wasn't a pretty dunk, where it used to be, where I could used to tomahawk it. Yeah.
You used to tomahawk?
Oh, yeah.
You could tomahawk dunk.
Of course.
Windmill?
Cringe.
Yes, absolutely.
Really? Backwards?
100%.
Backwards?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
even more reason to hate you.
I mean, it just was like,
even
come on.
more reason to hate you.
Yeah, for sure.
God, how one person could be given so much. Tournament time is here.
It slowed down after I tore my ACL.
Let's
I was
go
never
Vandals.
the same jumper. Yes!
Idaho. Mark's bracket's got
the Vandals knocking off Houston.
All right, good.
Knocking off Houston.
Hey.
We're not afraid of Houston.
No way. Bring it
Houston
on.
will take us lightly.
Yep.
We'll spit potatoes in their eyes.
Shock them.
Tater
Tournament time is here. So's your shot at $5,000. Head to DenverSports.com/bracket. to enter our 5K bracket challenge presented by Bryan, Colorado, and Xfinity. Think you could pick the perfect bracket? Prove it, but don't wait. Entries close before tip-off on March 19th. That's DenverSports.com/bracket. Hey, everybody's trying to figure out why the Broncos have not engaged in free agency. Stink has a theory. Share it with you next.
Is there still a mystery ingredient that could hold the Broncos offense back?
Whatever grade or level you had this Broncos offense at last year, do you honestly believe that they're going to make this huge, significant leap and they missed out on that chance because they didn't sign Kenneth Walker or Travis Etienne or Tyler Algier, Rico Dowdle, or any of these guys? You really believe that this is what's going to hold them back?
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Cutarelli Vision. Hey, listen, man, I've told you this before. I wore glasses growing up, always had those glasses on. Then when I came to play for the Broncos, had LASIK surgery. That was awesome, right? And that lasted me until my mid-50s. But when I hit my mid-50s, I needed readers for everything I was doing, like whether it was studying film or taking notes or like preparing for the draft like I've been doing the last couple of weeks. I needed those readers, and, man, those are things of the past. I decided to go to see Dr. Cutarelli at Cutarelli Vision for a refractive lens exchange, and I no longer need those readers. I no longer need to search for those things, man. I'm telling you what, it's a complete and total game changer. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's your right time for RLE, just like he did for me. Guys, no readers, no glasses, no contacts, no cataracts. It is a big-time game changer, and you can get all your answers, all your questions answered, and you can talk to Dr. Cutarelli himself. Just go to ColoradoRLE.com for more information on Cutarelli Vision. That's ColoradoRLE.com.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Dynasties. We talk about them all the time. They're rare. They take consistency, integrity, and a commitment that spans generations. Siltahar has all three. Hey, it's tournament time and truck month at Siltahar Motors, but unlike your bracket, this one's a sure thing. Siltahar has been Colorado's most trusted dealership for 66 years. That's not luck. That's doing and building a business that does things the right way. While the madness unfolds on the court, Truck Month is happening at Siltahar. 0% financing for 72 months, 0 down, 90 days, no payment on select F-150s. That's 0090. Plus, get up to $6,000 cash back on Ford Explorer and Broncos. Siltahar, 4 big dealerships in one. Ford, Lincoln, Mazda, Volvo. You can do all of your shopping right at sthmotors.com. Real pricing, instant trade-in. Quote, no surprises. Apply online. Get approved. They'll deliver to your door. Easy. So call, click, or come on by. Siltahar Motors, Highway 36 in Wadsworth, sthmotors.com. Get everything you want out of a dealership. 66 years of trust. That's a dynasty you can count on. Siltahar Motors.
I lost 60 pounds a few years ago with SodaWeightLoss.com, and it's never coming back. I am never gaining that weight back because I learned how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat with SodaWeightLoss.com. You can join Soda for a short time that have results that last a lifetime. Call them up at 1-866-800-SODA. That's 1-866-800-SODA. Or go online to SodaWeightLoss.com. And I lost those 60 pounds, and I'm never going back because of the personalized touch that SodaWeightLoss.com gives you with a personal nutritionist that's always available via text when you have questions, you have concerns. Sometimes you just need encouragement. on your weight loss journey, have a friend there. Have your personal nutritionist there for you. It's sodaweightloss.com. It's changed my life. I look and feel 10 years younger, and I love it. You'll love it too. Go to sodaweightloss.com. Again, call them up 1-866-800-SODA. Join Soda for a short time to have results that last a lifetime at sodaweightloss.com. SOTA is, say it with me, state of the art.
Febreze. New Febreze Air Mist has 50% more odor fighters and up to 30% more fragrance than the old formula. So now you can take on 100% more stinky odors, like sweaty gym bags, greasy cooking smells, and the after effects of the dog rolling around in something. Just spray, and new Febreze Air instantly restores just clean freshness. Smell you later, odor. Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Free barbecue? Yep, absolutely free barbecue. Hey, everybody, Dan Jacobs, the barbecue lawyer at 303 Law 4040. It's 2026, and we are taking our free meal program to the next level, and I want you to help spread the word with me if you can. I got a brand new smoker, and this thing's a beast. It's over 6 feet tall, so we can cook that 1,000 pounds of free barbecue each and every month. Here's what you do. It's Eastern Hills Community Church, 4 to 6 p.m. every first and third Thursday. I'm smoking up delicious pulled pork or my addictive copycat Chipotle recipe, and we're serving it up for free. You just get in line, you pop the trunk, we put free groceries in your trunk, and then we ask you how many meals you need for the night. It's that simple, no questions asked. It's at Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road every first and third Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. Help us spread the word, and if you have any questions, you can always call me. The barbecue lawyer's number is 303-LAW-4040.
Free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Wednesday night on ESPN Denver 1600. CSU basketball faces St. Joseph starting at 8:30.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Self-defense lessons.
I tased them.
Taste them. Taser always works.
That's right.
Southern charm.
Look at the boys.
With some classic impressions.
He put his pitchfork down, he grabbed his sledgehammer, and he said, "Hey, you want some of this?"
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Happy as a clown.
Good morning, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Are you wearing your green? You gonna start the day, start the night festivities early? Long lunch? Hey, have a good time. Be safe. Be careful, but have a good time on this St. Patty's Day. Stoke is off today. I'm back. Mark's here, the Iron Man of this show. Ripken-esque.
Yes.
The stuff you've been doing of late.
I just don't miss. That's, unless another opportunity provides itself, or I have to go see my grandkids, or Gruden calls and says, "Hey, come on down to Tampa."
Believe me, my advice to everybody would be enjoy it while you can.
Whoa.
No,
Settle down.
No. Yeah. Enjoy it while you can. Let's recap the morning headlines, including something that people believe should be put up on the Mike Evans big board of lies, BS, and other nonsense.
We need to move that back up.
And why some people believe that a new Mark Schlereth big board of BS, lies, and other nonsense needs to be created. We'll get to that in a second. But while I was away, I kept waiting for the Broncos to make a move. No move. They're staying out free agency.
Right.
At this point, I can't. Knowing Sean Payton the way we do, I think he would go to great lengths not to sign anybody now in free agency and to go down as the only team in the NFL that did not sign a free agent. at this point.
Right.
So we're all wondering, why? Why have they not engaged in free agency? You have a theory. I love your theory. I think it makes a lot of sense, but I can see why Broncos country and specifically Bo Leavers may not like it.
Oh, I understand it. Like, we all talked about, hey, you got to support Bo. You got to get more dynamic on the offensive side. You got to run the ball a little bit better. So after a season, coaches get together and they basically create cut-ups, right? So they take, hey, man, every 14, 15 handoff we ran, let's go look at every one of them, right? Let's go look at every 18, 19. Let's go look at every power. Let's go. So they classify all these runs. We're going to go look at every duo run we had. We're going to look at every play we had. Offensive passing game, right? We're going to look at all of the all goes and all goes specials we ran. We're going to look at all the drive concepts we ran, all the shallow cross concepts we ran, right? All that kind of mesh triangle passing game in the middle. We're going to look at them all. And so we're going to look at them at each and every different defense, and we're going to assess kind of where we are. And so if you go look at that, and if you remember during the season, we talked consistently about, hey, man, Bo missed this throw, Bo missed that throw, the deep throw here, the deep throw there, just off the fingertips of Cortland Sutton, just missed Mims, just missed Troy Franklin. And you go back and you start digging into all these things, you're looking at it going, man, we're winning. We're winning our one-on-one battles. Like, this is a game of one-on-one battles. This is a game of matchups. And when you get a matchup and you win it, well, you expect your quarterback to deliver the ball precisely so that you can make those big plays. And if you remember back to the beginning of the season, we talked ad nauseum to the point where you said, Mike, and I'm not going to, normally I just try to make you look stupid, but where you said, if Bo doesn't start throwing the ball better, if Bo doesn't start playing better, is it going to be time here in a few weeks to talk about moving Stidham in?
Well, that was in the first few weeks of the season when it was not going well.
Did you say that?
I did say if it continued, yes.
Right.
If it continued, I'd have had more people on my side, too, by the way.
Right. And that was,
but it didn't continue.
No, that was 3-4. We were talking about it 6 weeks in the season. Frenetic feet. Climbing the pocket so fast that he's running into his blockers and missing throws. And so if you assess all those things and going, man, if we just take all the balls, the deep balls we missed over the season. And I told you I broke down Evan Ingram, and I looked at every target over 8 games, and every time he went deep, he was open and on those targets, and they just missed. And there were like 4 or 5 of them in those 8 games that they missed. So you complete, okay, let's say there was 6 of them, and you missed all 6. Let's say you complete 3 of them, or let's say you complete 2 of them. And you do that, from a percentage standpoint on all the other receivers. So you look at, say, okay, let's say that was through 8 games. So let's say there are 12 deep balls he was open on. Let's say you just complete 4 of those, okay? So 4 of those of the Ingram. Let's say you complete, let's say the same thing for each guy. Let's say you complete 4 of them to Ingram, 4 of them to Mims, 4 of them to Cortland Sutton, 4 of them to Franklin. So that's 16 balls. And let's say on all those deep balls, you average 30 yards. So now all of a sudden you're talking about, and let's say on those 16 balls that you complete, let's say you get 6 TDs. Now all of a sudden you're talking about, now we're talking about 4,000 yards passing, and we're creeping up on 40 total TDs. And if you look at that and say, man, just in what he did toward the end of the season and how he improved and how he calmed down in the pocket, he was less frenetic, how he brought us back in fourth quarters, like all of a sudden you look at that and go, we won those routes. We were really good. And if our quarterback, goes from, call it, 18% completion on those deep balls to more like 30% where you should be. What did Brady tell me in a meeting once? I don't throw 50-50 balls. I throw 80-20 balls. Like, if you get to the point where all of a sudden you're completing 35-40% of those, which you should be, now you're like, dude, we got something. And so I think that's the philosophy they're going. And same thing with the running game. Man, if we clean up our missed assignments alone in the running game where we're climbing to the second level, if we just clean up all the missed assignments we had in the running game, we're a top 10 run team.
So there's nothing wrong with the talent that we're bringing back and choosing to ignore outside that can't be better with our quarterback being better in year 3. And I'm seeing some reaction here on the RamosLaw.com text line, people who are clearly Bo-leavers are not happy with this. Look, this is not condemning Bo. This is an acknowledgement that he was a second-year quarterback.
Right.
And one thing I constantly tried to bring up while we were hashing over what went on with this offense this year, show me the long list of second-year quarterbacks who put up monster numbers. Answer, it's a short list. Very short list. Now I'll come back. Show me the list of third-year quarterbacks in their third year in the system that made such an appreciable leap that everybody can't help but notice it. Now the list gets a lot longer. So that's what we're talking about here.
Right.
This isn't you coming out with your theory that for an offseason that was all about let's put better talent around Bo, what the Broncos are telling us is Bo needs to be better. It's not a condemnation of Bo. It's just an acknowledgement of who he is and what he's getting set for.
When I went back to my early days in ESPN, I used to write for ESPN, the magazine. You remember that magazine?
Yeah.
And I remember doing
did you write or did somebody write it for you?
No, I wrote it.
Were you ghostwriting?
No, I wrote my own stuff.
Okay.
You do remember the apology I wrote for you. It was well written.
It was well written.
Okay. So I used to write for ESPN, the magazine, and I interviewed Shanahan when he was still coaching, here, and just about that progression of quarterbacks. And that was his big thing. It was the going in your third year. That's where you really have a complete and total grasp of an offense, going into your third year. And this offense isn't going to change. Just the guy who's calling the plays is going to change. But the offense is going to be the same. And, you think there's a connection between Webb and between Bo. And so there'll be a little bit, maybe there'll be a little bit tighter connection there. But it's the same offense. It's not like all of a sudden they're going to introduce, like, all right, now comes the Webb offense and it's secret. It's the same offense they've been running. It's just a different guy calling the plays. And so this is the year that ultimately Bo should take off. And I think that's one of the things they're counting on.
All right, we'll let you react to that. RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Also on our Denver Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe and get involved there. Now, as far as adding more talent around Bo, if you are still a big believer in that, at least one former Bronco thinks something big is coming down the road. And that just happened, apparently. Oh, I lost your page. Give it to me again. Is it Jalen Waddle? Yes. All right, so here we go. The Broncos are pulling off a post-free agency blockbuster by trading for Dolphins wide receiver Jalen Waddle. This is coming from Tom Pelissero and Ian Rappaport.
Wow.
Jalen Waddle. There you go. Jalen Waddle coming to the Broncos. We'll get more details, and we'll hash this out next.
Names that rhyme, takes that hit different. Shapiro and Piro is happy hour sports talk built for the modern fan. Local stories, hidden gems, and the mustache monologues you never knew you needed. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Subscribe now at Denver Sports 104.3 and get in on the action. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Getting your testosterone levels checked and, if needed, boosted at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic is already a great idea, but now Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic is offering even more in 2026. They're helping men go further with targeted body composition plans designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, accelerate fat loss. These body composition plans include GH peptides, GLP-1, PDA, and more. I'm no expert, can't explain what they do. I'll leave that to Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They have the science of low T down pat, but what stands out is their professionalism. They're courteous, they're understanding. They know this is a big step for you. They make you feel comfortable with this big move. Early to mid-30s, we guys start losing 2 to 3% of our testosterone production every year. Symptoms are gradual, but they're there. Loss of energy, poor sleep, feeling sad or depressed, loss of sex drive. Schedule a consult, just $99. Get those T levels checked and treated, and ask about those 4 new body composition plans. 5 locations to better serve you. Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, and a new and improved office in Castle Rock. Call 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Couponing. Wow, you didn't strike me as the coupon type.
Just trying to stay ahead of inflation. Gas, groceries, everything. It's all more expensive. I need to save wherever I can.
Have you tried Upside yet?
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that I use that pays cash back for every gallon of gas I buy. You've got to buy gas to get around anyway. Might as well get paid for it.
Come on, does that really add up to anything?
I've already made around $200. The extra cash helped pay down my bills, and I even had a little extra left to treat myself.
And the Upside app is free?
Totally free, and the cash back is real. You can transfer the cash right to your bank account.
I'm downloading Upside right now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code ENJOY to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code ENJOY for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has all the print to boost your brand. Shop now in-store or you can shop online. Staples, that was easy.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Fitness Gallery, selling the world's finest fitness equipment.
Double crossing, you little punk.
Can't believe you did that.
Unbreakable trust.
See, I'm not like you. You just let me drown. You just let me drown. You do nothing.
And of course, emotional maturity.
Maybe a little bit angry.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Let's go, don't wait. This night's almost over. On it.
We will have a new explosion player on offense. Just know that. Just remember, I told you that. All right, Skip? It will be a new.
Are you saying you have inside information?
I'm just telling you, Skip. When they break, just say, oh, yeah, Lee said that. Okay. So I do my thing. You know people. I know people.
So Howie's already got a handshake deal with the Broncos to send AJ to Denver.
I ain't say all that. That's you. We will have one, though.
Aqib Talib on the Gridiron Podcast, calling his shot and nailing it. This is my version. This is not a drill. The Denver Broncos have they've traded for Miami wide receiver Jalen Waddle. Now, what are they giving up? According to reports, they are giving up their first-round pick this year, 30th overall, along with their late third and fourth-round picks, 30th in each round, in exchange for Jalen Waddle and the Dolphins' fourth-round pick, which comes up 11th in the fourth round. So basically, the Broncos are trading their first and third round picks. They're exchanging fourth round picks with Miami.
They're
swapping, and they get the higher of the fourth round picks now. All right?
That's a big time trade. I love Jalen Waddle. I met with him, I don't know, not last year, maybe the year before. I was doing Washington, Miami. And, dude, he was great, man. I mean, like, you want to talk about a guy who fits, great kid, fun, and obviously he's been in this similar system because of, McDaniels and what that offense looks like. But this to me, it's a great move. And so it should, like, you want to talk about what we've all talked about, bringing in a weapon. And, and ultimately he is a weapon. and he gives you a legit guy opposite of Cortland Sutton.
You had a great. We were talking about this during the break. This now looks to you like
Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This is Cortland Sutton and Jalen Waddle. Cortland's the X into the boundary on the line of scrimmage. Waddle's the Z off the line of scrimmage, fast, in and out of breaks. I mean, this guy can run. He is every year. It's 17 games, 16 games, 17 games. And last year he had 100 targets. He only had, I think, like 68 catches or something like that. Wait a minute.
900 yards, 64 catches, 900 yards, 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, explosive guy. But you just got to remember that last year, Tua was just awful. He was awful.
Waddle broke on the scene in 2021. He was a high pick, top 10 pick, and his first 3 seasons just lights out. 3,000-yard seasons, went over 1,300 yards his second season. He's been a touchdown catcher, 26 touchdown catches in 5 years in the league, and he's now the weapon you've added. So there is an acknowledgement that no matter what they saw from Bo last year and how Bo could have been better, there was an acknowledgement. So does this now, is everything good? Like, I mean, all the complaints, all the wondering what's going on with the Broncos in free agency, does this make up for all of that?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it gives you a dynamic player, and then in the draft you can focus on, second round. Do you want a tight end? Do you want a running back? Is it a backup offensive lineman? Do you want to add to the defensive? Like, this gives you a legit, experienced number 2 that you can count on, that's going to be productive and is a big play waiting to happen. I'm going to tell you right now, Jalen Waddle can run. I mean, now he doesn't have that short burst that Tyreek Hill has, but he's got that long speed, and he still has got elite level short distance quickness in and out of breaks and things of that nature. I mean, Tyreek Hill is just he's on a different planet. He's not from this one, but Waddle can flat run. So that makes our offense that much more dynamic, and is a guy that really understands football. I love him. I think he's a really good football player. So I'm excited I'm really excited about this.
He's got 3 more years left on his deal. He signed through the 2028 season. So you've got contract certainty there. Any feeling that they gave up too much?
No. The 30th overall pick, and I've said this a bunch,
I know where you're going.
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to a bunch of GMs about this. There's usually 15 to 17 first round graded players in the first round. And so after 15 to 17, everybody's got a second round grade on them. But they get elevated in the first round because guess what? You got 32 picks in the first round. And so at 30, you're getting a second round player. So really, from the Broncos' perspective, you gave up a second and third round player for a guy that ultimately is a legit first round top 10 pick.
Right.
So and you get a guy that, their offense has struggled the last couple of years, but when their offense was clicking, when McDaniels first got there, you're talking about a 1,000-yard receiver 3 years in a row. The first year it was with somebody, I can't remember who the coach was. Maybe it was who was the coordinator from Minnesota?
Yeah, drawing a blank, but yeah, before McDaniel, who was there?
Brian Flores. Brian Flores, yeah.
Defensive guy.
Hey, we're getting old. Can't remember stuff. Huh? What did you say?
Brian Flores. Well, Brian Flores.
You and I are about the same age.
Yeah.
So does it surprise? Okay, when we went into this whole offseason, it was like, okay, do you go after a running back? Do you go after a tight end? Do you go after a receiver? We kind of had receiver third on that list, right?
Yeah.
So what does this move tell you about them making their big move, their big splash move in free agency, a trade, is a wide receiver.
No, I think a couple of things. One, I think it tells you that Franklin and Mims, for them, probably are not that second. They like them, right? But they may be a little bit too much of one-dimensional players or whatever.
His ceiling is established.
I think the other thing it would tell you, at least for me, is I think they feel like maybe it's this draft, maybe it's harder to grab a guy in the draft at the receiver position and have that guy pan out. And so, like, I don't know, maybe it's just the strength of the draft is not wide receiver for them. Maybe they feel like there's more opportunity in the second round, and now that you've got a top-flight fourth-rounder, the 11th pick overall in the fourth round, maybe you feel like, man, we can fill, that tight end void. We can fill that running back void. We just didn't feel like we could fill the wide receiver. We didn't want to go back down that road to, another second or third or fourth round wide receiver.
Well, again, to recap, the Broncos' free agent slumber is no more. No big signing, big trade. Broncos trading their first-round pick along with their third and fourth-round picks, 30th in each round, to the Dolphins for Jalen Waddle and the Dolphins' fourth-round pick, which is 11th in the fourth round. So basically, they're trading their first-round pick and a third-round pick for Jalen Waddle. They're swapping fourth-round picks and getting the higher of the fourth-round pick in return. Remember, they also had that fourth-round pick from the Saints in the Devon Vele trade. So they have two high fourth-round picks now.
That's big.
Which, is something to don't lose sight of as well. So that's the deal. Your reaction to it. The Broncos have gone out. They've made a big splash. What do you think about it? That's next.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammey and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate, intelligent, and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at the Low T Center. Low T Center, the original TRT clinic that has helped countless men across the country get their lives back through high-quality high-quality, how do you say that word? Testosterone. Man, I guess I got confused there for a second.
You're so excited about the trade.
Oh, no, I just got lost. Testosterone therapy, guys. It starts with clinics that are easy to get to. The highest quality testosterone on the market right now. Low T Center, they've been highlighted for years for giving quality testosterone to their guys. Never compounded, always pharmaceutical grade, safe, and a great way to get your kind of manhood back. So if you've been feeling tired, grumpy, not yourself, man, they can help you out. Plus, they've got great discounts on GLP-1s, all the peptide therapy, hormone testing for only $99 for women, and free T testing for men. Check them out. That is my friends at Low T Center. Find them online at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com.
So my friends over at Pure Talk have been sending me customer feedback from consumeraffairs.com, where thousands of people rate and review the top wireless providers. Here, for instance, is a nice note from James in Raleigh, North Carolina, who writes, quote, "After hearing Mike Rowe's ad, we made the switch to Pure Talk, and we couldn't be happier. We went from spending $1,200 a year with T-Mobile to $420 with Pure Talk. Thanks, Mike. Switch today! Exclamation point. Pure Talk is saving James $820 a year. And because he literally wrote the words "switch today" in capital letters with an exclamation point, I'm going to go ahead and dedicate this commercial to him. So folks, take it from James. in Raleigh, North Carolina. Pure Talk can give you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on the same 5G service the big guys are overcharging you for. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. You'll also save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 to save an additional 50%. Thanks, James.
Dynasties are rare. They take consistency, integrity, and a commitment that spans generations. Silterhar Motors has been Colorado's most trusted dealership for 66 years. That's not luck, that's a dynasty. Built on doing business the right way, treating customers like neighbors. While the madness unfolds on the court, Truck Month is happening. Get 0% financing for 72 months, 0 down, and you won't make a payment for 90 days on select F-150s. Plus, get up to $6,000 cash back on popular Ford Explorer and Broncos. See their full inventory at sthmotors.com. Silterhar Motors. Get everything you want out of a dealership.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and Pepsi at King Soopers, 15051 East 104th Avenue in Commerce City, Tuesday, March 17th from 3 to 5 p.m. Stop by for your chance to win tickets to Tuesday night's Nuggets game and sample Gatorade's low sugar line. Don't miss it.
The right financial strategies can make a huge difference, especially if you're nearing retirement. Adam Mueller talks retirement strategies with Mile High Money. Saturday mornings at 8 on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Wednesday night on ESPN Denver 1600. CSU basketball faces St. Joseph starting at 8:30.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine?
Caffeine Kicks.
You're drinking from a cup of coffee that's clearly not yours. Right. Because on the side it says, Mama needs more coffee.
Selective amnesia.
I mean, things come out of my mouth. I don't remember from segment to segment what I said.
And oversimplification.
Mike used to be intelligent before he started working with me, and I've dumbed him down.
He has dumbed me down a lot.
I'll be honest, it's going to be hard to dumb me down.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Finally, the Broncos have done something this offseason. Wasn't a big free agent signing, it's a big trade as they are acquiring Miami wide receiver Jalen Waddle, along with the Dolphins' 4th-round pick in exchange for the Broncos' 1st-round pick, 30th overall, along with their 3rd and 4th-round picks in this year's draft. So, finally, everybody can stop speculating about why they haven't done this or why they haven't done that.
Yes.
And, trying to read what are their intentions, what are their motives. By the way, it also shines a little, maybe a little new light on what came out the other day. Maybe you guys talked about this while I was away, that back and forth between Jalen Waddle and Patrick Surtain.
Correct. That come up? No, we did not talk about that.
So Waddle was on a podcast, and he was asked, this was just a few days ago, he was asked if he could envision fighting someone in his career.
Right. Now, they were Alabama teammates.
Correct.
Okay.
And he said, Pat Surtain, I would beat the bleep out of him. I'd beat the dog bleep out of him. There are a lot more people, but that's just top of my mind. I'd beat the dog bleed out of bro. To which Surtain responded, got a little too much dip on your chip. So it was obvious, friendly. The fact that this was going on the 15th, couple days ago.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder if
probably should have. Yeah, that probably should have been the breadcrumb.
These guys knew that this thing was in the works.
That should have been the breadcrumb. Like, we're always trying to read the tea leaves.
Right. Follow the breadcrumbs.
We missed it.
Well,
I missed it.
Well, some people were talking. Some people have been talking about. I think
Stoke was talking
about Waddle back in October. I think.
Yeah.
And I think
before the trade deadline.
And I think he said he was willing to give up a 1st-round pick. Now, we didn't know when that 1st-round pick would be.
You don't know what you don't know until you know it.
I'm seeing people who are upset with them giving up a 1st-round pick. It was the 30th pick.
Yeah, who cares?
It's the 30th pick. Honestly, had they not included this pick in a trade, I would have been advocating on draft day for them to trade back into the 2nd round so they could acquire more picks.
It's the 30th pick. Waddle is better than anything you're going to pick at 30. He was a 10th round or a 10th overall pick or whatever it was, top 10 pick Like, this is a huge win for the Broncos. And what do I always tell you guys about draft picks? I would rather have a known commodity than an unknown commodity. You've got salary certainty. He signed for 3 years. I mean, this is the kudos to Sean Payton, kudos to George Payton. This is a great pick. You really gave up a third rounder because you really just swapped first rounders essentially.
I see where you're going.
You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. So you're getting in Waddle. You're getting
a top 10 first rounder for a 30th first rounder.
So there's added value there, then.
Right? And then you're giving up a third rounder
because the fourth rounder you're getting in return is better than the fourth rounder you gave up.
Yeah, the fourth rounder you're getting in return is almost a third rounder because it's right. It's in the top. What is it? 11.
Yep.
In the fourth round,
and you got the Saints' fourth round pick. Remember in the Valet trade. So suddenly those two fourth round picks.
Right.
You want to be uber aggressive.
You could package those together and get up in the top of the third round if you wanted.
Maybe even late
second. Yeah. So I think this is a brilliant move. Brilliant move.
He'll be 28 in November. He doesn't turn 28 until Thanksgiving.
Great young man.
He's only been in the league 5 years.
What day is his birthday?
November 25th.
25th of November.
Yeah. Is there some significance to that date? I mean,
no, not that I know.
Okay.
I just was wondering when his birthday was.
Okay.
Maybe we'll celebrate it. Who knows?
Well, if he's having a big year to that point,
right,
we'll make him a birthday cake. And
when
send
is
it over
when is Thanksgiving this year?
I don't know, Stink. I don't know.
How could you're the host of the show?
That's
stuff you should know. You should just know that.
Okay, well, you look it up.
Let me look it up here.
It's the 26th. Thank you.
So his birthday's the day before Thanksgiving.
And maybe the Broncos will have a game on Thanksgiving, and then we can celebrate his birthday with like a 2-touchdown day. How about that?
You know what? For Jalen Waddle, I'd be willing to share some of my world-famous Alaskan cranberry sauce.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just saying.
Cringe.
I'm just saying.
So we're all happy with the deal?
I'm super happy with the deal. I couldn't be happier.
Well, not everyone is. Let's see.
What do you guys want?
Let's see. All right, this is from Dawn. All of that for another freaking wide receiver? A first-round pick plus? This one? Heck yeah. Keep bringing weapons in for Bo Nix and the offense.
Yes!
What else we got? How is Waddle going to work with PS2 after all the trash talk? I think it was all
no.
show.
That's fine. That was two college teammates
I think it was
talking smack.
I think it was two guys who knew this thing was.
I think you're right.
Was most of the way down the road to happening.
Yeah, I think there were a few. They knew there was only I's to be dotted and T's to be crossed. Mike,
this is amazing.
Wow. Oh, boy. I mean, I'm just so excited. Can hardly stand it. At least I can stop writing my protest letter to Payton and Payton. I wish they would have used these draft picks to trade for Trey McBride.
Stop it.
He wasn't.
Like, you're not. Nobody in their right mind is giving you Trey McBride for the 30th overall pick. So stop that.
Stink, you want to take back that theory of yours about the Broncos are telling Bo he needs to be better by their inaction?
No.
180 degrees on that one, huh, Stink?
Not at all. 100%. Now, they were able to work a trade to their benefit, but I think it's exactly what they've been telling you through free agency. Otherwise, if they weren't, they're still going to get a tight end. They're still going to get they're going to get multiple free agent players. I firmly believe, and I think they need an upgraded tight end and stuff. But I don't think there's any question that they feel like Bo, the way he finished, that he's going to continue to make strides. That I think they look at themselves and say, "Hey, we're a really talented football team." By the way, you look at any roster evaluation out there right now, and you take it with a grain of salt to some degree, but Bleacher Report has them as the second best roster in football behind the Rams. there's a lot of these evaluators that rank their roster very good. So no, that's not 180 degrees at all. I believe they need more talent, but I believe that's what they were telling you as they didn't get involved in free agency, and they're still not involved in free agency. They just made a trade.
Well, we wondered when they made that Jonathan Cooper salary restructure on top of the Quinn Miners to free up the money. All right, where is this money going? Right? Well,
you still need $20 million or so to sign your rookie class, right?
Well, you're
less
probably
because
you're probably going to have to. His average salary is $28 million,
mm-hmm.
so you may even end up having to do a little bit more
restructuring.
But that's the move. The Broncos get themselves another weapon on offense, another weapon for Bo Nix, another weapon for Davis Webb, and I want to throw this question out. Does Jalen Waddle come in and immediately become your number one receiver? That's next.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, we're getting ready for, winter's over, right? So we're into spring. We're looking forward to summer. And hopefully it's going to be a spring and summer that you can put your best out there for everyone to see. But if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling that kind of confidence because you don't like what's happening to your hair, got a solution for you. It's worked so well for me, I think it can work for you. It's Advanced Hair Restoration, and it's their simple yet incredibly easy and effective one-day hair loss solution that begins to regrow your own natural hair, and it's even guaranteed to grow. My endorsement of Advanced Hair Restoration is backed by 20 years of success. Had this done that long ago, and it was then and is today an overwhelming success. My endorsement also includes working with Dr. Tanya Paul. She did my hair back then. She'll do yours now. She's a true legend in this field, and along with her and her all-star team, you could not be in better hands. Whether it's a bald spot, receding hairline, or thinning hair, all you need to do, choose how much hair and where, and Advanced Hair does the rest. For a limited time, get a free consultation, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Call 720-459-HAIR and at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Progressive knows that for business owners, vacations hit different. But hey, at least you finally took a vacation. And look at that. You only answered 53 calls, 84 emails, onboarded one new hire, and covered for Chris while he's out on paternity leave, and you did it all from a kayak. Because you, my friend, know how to relax. All right, you may not know how to take a day off, but you do know both your personal and business auto insurance needs can be covered in one place with Progressive. So at least that's relaxing, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Jackson Hewitt will do your taxes for $149 or less, no matter how complicated. So if you're a delivery driver, /handyman, /wedding DJ, you pay only $149 or less. We're talking to you, waitress.
Check, please.
/pet sitter, /influencer. Just $149 or less. Want your refund to work as hard as you? Hurry. Don't wait. File with Jackson Hewitt today. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
Woodley's Fine Furniture, specializing in custom upholstery, solid wood, and the most comfortable leather furniture imaginable. You will not find better built furniture than at Woodley's. Visit woodleys.com today.
career advice.
That would suck. If only I knew somebody that could tell me what it's like to be fired from their job.
Oh, shoot. Holy cow.
Method acting.
I play the role of big dumb idiot really well.
And questionable job security.
Mike, do you like that question?
I do like that question.
Pretty soon we won't need you anymore, buddy. So don't get too comfortable.
Okay. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Big news today from the Denver Broncos as they have gotten off the schneid. No free agent signing, but a trade. And you can certainly, especially when you have 9 draft picks, the idea of them making a big trade was definitely something that was in play. And they've done that as they have acquired Jalen Waddle from the Miami Dolphins. 5 years in the league, 3 times over 1,000 yards. Is signed for the next couple of years, making about $28 million per year, so it's pricey. They're giving up their first-round pick, 30th overall, along with a third-round pick and a fourth-round pick. Both of those, their own picks, late in the third and fourth round. And along with Waddle, they get the Dolphins' fourth-round pick, which is a pretty early fourth-round pick, 11th overall in the fourth round. So
can you look up, what is it, Sports Rack?
Spot Rack, yeah.
Spot Rack, sorry. Can you look up what his cap value is, though? Because a lot of that money came in signing bonus that the Miami Dolphins had to pay, right?
His cap hit this upcoming season is $11 million. It goes up to $34 million and then $37 million over the next 2 years after that.
Okay.
So you're basically looking at you got him for the next.
So after this season, if he has a great year, you're probably going to renegotiate
exactly.
him. Okay.
Restructure the deal.
Which
you can
do,
do
because
fine. He's, like I said, he's going to be 28 this upcoming season. So should be absolutely in the prime of his career where you could start playing that game and start
pushing it out.
Pushing the dollars out. Does Jalen Waddle come in? Is he instantly your new number 1 receiver?
Interesting.
He's being paid like it.
Right.
He's making more than Courtland.
Right.
Is he a better receiver than Courtland Sutton?
I think there's no question he's a more dynamic receiver than Courtland Sutton. Here's the interesting benefit, Mike. So Courtland's kind of your number 1 guy, right? Kind of your ex. The guy that you're probably going to rotate coverage to, in sticky situations when you got to have it situations, right? Now all of a sudden, are you going to rotate the coverage over to Jalen Waddle because of his speed and everything else? Make sure we keep a safety over the top, blah, 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 blah. Where Courtland Sutton gets a little work a little bit more of the ex-individuals man-to-man on things. Like just the benefit of having another guy, because you look at our guys and, even though Bo still needs to improve and get better, like we talked about at the beginning of the season where we were discussing that ad nauseum over the course of the season. And even though those guys like Franklin and Mims have great speed and can get over the top and stuff, I think you look at Jalen Waddle, just a far more complete receiver, like a far bigger route tree, so to speak. And so what he brings to the rest of that offense, now if you can find a dude that can legit play in the slot, or can Waddle go down in the slot, right? And can he run those routes?
Something we can ask Stoke if he ever returns.
Right. If Stoke isn't in the ICU from a Cody attack,
right,
we could actually get his expertise.
See, I'm getting a lot of this, and this is on our Denver Sports YouTube channel, Gabarilla7. How are we giving up a first and third for a guy that hasn't put up first-round talent numbers in 3 years? We got fleeced.
No.
Broncos Bar NYC, the Stonebridge, it's an overpay for sure. Is it an egregious overpay? I don't think so. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I think you got to put this first-round pick in context here, okay? It was the 30th pick. When we started talking about who they might pick with the 30th pick, we discussed the idea of wide receivers. And if the Broncos pick the receiver at number 30, would people be upset? No, not at all. So
correct.
Are you Are you telling me that you're against the idea of giving up this pick in a Jalen Waddle deal, but you would have been okay if they had picked an unproven wide receiver out of college with the 30th pick? That makes no sense. They didn't overpay. They did not overpay.
Correct.
They did not overpay.
And they brought a guy in. Where did they bring the guy in from Indiana, right, for one of their 30 visits? A wide receiver from Indiana last week for one of their 30 visits. So did we No. Did we get Fleet? No. We got the better of the deal. You essentially swap first-round picks. You got a first-round guy who's had 3 seasons of 1,000 yards that he has put up, and ultimately makes your team much more dynamic from the receiver position, helps Bo out, all the things that we've talked about for the 30th pick. Come on, stop it. The 30th pick is not, it's not that valuable.
It's not a first-round pick.
No.
You're not, people who are picking players at number 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, I guarantee you, they do not have first-round grades.
Here's the other thing about what's going on in Miami the last couple of years. You want to talk about dysfunction. Like that thing just fell apart, and you think about how the Miami effect and how hard it is to win in Miami. Mike McDaniel goes there, and he is the ultimate nerd. A year spent in Miami, and he's Miami Vice. He's Crockett, or is he Tubbs? Which one was he? Was he Crockett or Tubbs?
He thought he was Crockett.
Which one was Crockett and which one was Tubbs?
Crockett was Don Johnson.
Crockett was Don Johnson. Tubbs was the other guy?
Yeah.
Does anybody know what the other guy's name was?
Nope. He's like the
Don Johnson and the other guy. It was like Stokley and that other guy.
He was like that other singer in Wham.
Andrew Ridgeley.
Well, you know that, but you know all that useless information. So,
yeah. You're right. Yeah, Tubbs was the other singer in Wham. You're 100% right. Like, nobody knows what Tubbs' name is.
No.
Not one person.
Nope.
Is that guy still alive?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
I hope so.
Me too. Don Johnson is.
Yep.
Did I ever tell you when I met Caruso? Remember the Miami guy, Caruso, the red hair guy?
Yeah, from
what was that? What was that?
It was like an early CSI, wasn't it?
Yeah, toolbox. I was at the dinner in Miami. I think the Super Bowl was being played there, and that toolbox came up, and he was like, "Hey, how you doing? Caruso here, whatever his first name is."
Yeah,
David Caruso.
David Caruso. Yeah,
David Caruso.
Cringe.
And then he started passing out like he had like little player cards of himself. Here you go.
Not a business card. It was like a player card.
It was like a glamour shot.
Yeah.
He was literally handing out glamour shots of himself. Yeah. Headshot glamour shots of this big red hair freak. Get out of here, you turd. Hey, Caruso here. Hey, Caruso. CSI Miami. You probably now you know exactly what.
You're the worst.
I'm pumped.
I am too.
I mean, Stokes started this back in October. He said, "Look, this whole offseason's got to be about adding
offensive
weapons." Now, here's the thing: you gave up some good draft capital for Jalen Waddle to get a wide receiver in here.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather they have just scratched a check to bring in a running back? There were no wide receivers out there like this. In free agency, would you have rather they had scratched the check for a running back and then maybe drafted another wide receiver?
No, because I think a running back's easier to find in the draft.
I agree with you.
I just think it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's plenty of guys who aren't going to be, underpants Olympics warriors at the running back spot. That are going to be damn good players in the NFL. Because the running back position to me is not as much a test of athleticism as it is, do I fit in the style that you play in the NFL? In that one cut, get downhill as soon as possible. Understand that every meal's not a smorgasbord. Understand that you're not going to beat guys to the edge. Like guys who've always been able to beat guys to the edge in high school and in college oftentimes don't pan out well in the NFL. It's the guys who could never do that understand the value of nasty yards, that getting in the briar patch and just digging it out. Those are the guys who excel in the NFL. And those guys are much easier to find coming out of college than I think an elite level wide receiver that can run every route.
And you've done some Miami games.
Yeah, I've sat with Waddle. I've met with him.
What kind of guy is he?
He's great. He's happy. He's fun. He is like he can run. Like we got into a conversation about who wins a 40, you or Tyreek, and he's like, and he feels like he can beat I can outrun that guy. Like short burst in the first 10 yards, no, but I'll catch him and bypass him. Like he has got that kind of swagger about him when it comes to his game, and he's a really good player. And even this year, in a down year where he had 64 catches, I'm telling you what, it's not because he wasn't open. It's because Tua just didn't play very well. He was.
These last couple of years.
He's such a good kid. I don't want to call him a mess, but it just wasn't very good.
He was a mess. Yeah. I mean, he's a mess physically, a mess. And,
what was that, Ty?
Some of that wasn't his fault, but
yeah.
So, well, okay, that's the big news. They're going to be talking about it here coming up with Dover and Cecil, with The Drive, with Zach and Phil, and on throughout the day. Coverage at DenverSports.com. The big news, the Broncos have acquired wide receiver Jalen Waddle from the Miami Dolphins in exchange for their first-round pick, also their third and fourth-round picks. They get Waddle back along with the Dolphins' fourth-round pick, which is the 11th pick in the fourth round. So that is the big move. We've all been waiting for it. We can stop speculating about why they haven't done this or done that and actually talk about what they've done, which is all we've wanted to do for the last month, it seems. So good stuff, good reaction. Want to hear from you as we roll on throughout the course of the day. We'll hand it off. Dover and Cecil coming up next.
Is there still a mystery ingredient